The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
What is good, everybody? Welcome to another Wednesday night here on Beyond Wednesdays. It's been absolutely crazy content-wise on the channel as of late. It's been just really good content, a lot of fun. Been getting a lot of people reaching out and saying how good it is, and it's been a lot of fun to do. It's been a lot of fun to make lately. Like, actually, kind of giving me a nice little fucking energize. But anyways, we've got a good show tonight. We've got new comic book day, of course, that we're going to get into. We got some fun stuff to talk a little bit later about G.I. Joe. What else? We've got Hood being the detective of detectives. And you guys better watch out.
On his face.
Yeah.
The real Batman over here.
Yeah.
Who, me? Beetlejuice over here. Who, me?
Yeah, Audi Granov messaged me and he says, you better back off, bro.
Yeah.
Serious, bro.
Really? Get
I
out
told
of
him,
here.
go fuck his mother.
Terrible, man.
Oh,
JLS
man.
Comics
I'm just
in the
playing,
house.
Audi.
Speaking
I'm
of
just
G.I.
playing.
Joe, make sure you guys go check out JLS Comics, one of the best content creators for G.I. Joe content for sure. Really good channel. Niobe Comics in the house. What was that last song, Brian? That was a classic hip-hop song. That was Don't Stop the Rock, the classic hip-hop song. Niobe Comics, a new comic book out today in stores from Antarctic Press. So make sure you guys go check that out. Probably one of the coolest things that happened today, in my opinion, was this amazing Batman book that came out. That was fucking unreal. And this cover right here, Ben Oliver.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh. That is the cover to me. The Jim Lee one's good, but that's the cover.
Dude, that's epic. And also proportion wise. So I sent an article to you guys. I don't know if you got a chance to read it. It's kind of long. I'll put it in the chat just about the costume and stuff like that. Like, if you didn't get a chance, it's no big deal, but it's cool. So they said that, so it's gonna be, it's a functional costume. I think we can do minor spoilers, right? Like,
fuck yeah, we're gonna spoil this shit.
Yeah, okay, good. And then so we've got the cowl, the ears are spikes. The chest is a freaking battle axe that he's got a like a spike thing that he puts it on there, and he can literally take that battle axe off his chest and mess you up. He's got this horse. They say 6'6", 275. Well, that is actually my proportions. Okay. Now, if I could take my weight and rearrange it, like turn love handles into biceps, then maybe I look like this dude.
That
right?
dude's 7'1".
I think if he's 6 feet, if he says in the article, they said Scott Snyder said he's going to be, or it's actually with the artist, said he's going to be 6'6". If he's going to be 6'6", bro, that's 375 all day. That is,
I don't know, dude. All right, so I just pulled this over here. Brock Lesnar, 6'3", 287.
Right. So add a few more inches to Brock, and then Brock's probably not lying. He probably walks around at 315 then.
Probably, yeah.
So that means so add 3 inches to Brock, 50 pounds. I think we're about where we're at. I think that's where we're about to be, because he that does look like Brock Lesnar. Pretty much. That's the closest like human I could see. Or you know what it is? A little bit, even though he's a little skinnier because he's an actor, it kind of reminds me of Reacher.
Yeah.
That big Reacher, dude, is about that size.
So all right. So
Reacher's a good one. I didn't even think of Alan Richardson.
That's a great show.
That guy's a monster, man.
Holy crap.
there was a really cool moment at the beginning of the book, right? The very beginning. There you're in a gym and you see a dude just hitting a bag. Right? And he's like, no fear, no weakness. He's hitting a bag, he's kicking a bag, and he's like trying to pump himself up. And you see him like look behind him and he goes, I think it's my turn. And then you see fucking Bruce. Like, look at that shit, dude.
If I hadn't I read that little article that I just posted in the chat. I read that article before. So if I was like, I bet that's not him. I bet that's not him. And, it's 2 panels later or something. But yeah, you're like, there's Bruce. There's Bruce. And he's like, oh, sorry, Bruce. But it's kind of cool. It's like the smart that every man, not the silver spoon Bruce. I like it not being the silver spoon Bruce. I like it being, Alfred's clearly going to be somebody to him. That's freaking obvious, and it's Alfred, so he's not throwing us off. But Alfred is a mercenary, so supposedly going to stop him and stuff. Yeah,
so,
who did the cover you showed first? Ben Oliver.
Ben Oliver. Yeah,
that looks more proportionate than the cover that you just passed.
Yeah, big time. Yeah.
And I dig too that, like, he's, I think, what did they say, like 27 in the book or something like that, 28.
Yeah,
it's like he's young. Like, that's kind of, I know, it's cool. Like, I hope we get to see some, like, youthful, goof ups and stuff, like kind of more like a night
year one
stuff where it's like, all right, cool, like he screws up and does stuff, like it's and Nick's art here, like it's he looks young, it's like it's cool,
dude.
And you know what,
art's
if you're
great.
Listening, which not Scott Snyder, that means we need 40 or 50 issues out of you, buddy. All right,
yeah. Please,
we're not accepting any less than trying to top New 52 performance there, sir.
Yep. Look at that, dude. And the art just looks great. They flip it up, they flip it around.
And he's homies with all the villains as kids. They're all just buddies. They haven't gone their separate ways like whatsoever. Like that's obviously Killer Croc.
I read that and I was like, it felt very like Shazam. Like,
that is so cool. I like that.
It's good, dude. It's good if you can get to read it.
Bro, that's so good, dude. I didn't get a chance to get to my LCS today. I'm definitely going to go.
It's the best single. It's the best first issue I've read of anything in a long time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, let's read the book right now. Let's go.
The bad guy in it, dude. The bad guy in it is actually fucking cool. The way they set him up, they kind of slow roll you into him. And
look at that, dude.
Dude, this shit is dark. Like it's a lot more violent and darker than I thought it would be. There ain't no fucking around.
I mean, it's cool because it's like you definitely like after we like absolute the all in issue last time. It's like you see like this is a different whole world.
Yeah,
they're playing stuff with a really darker edge, which is really I think it's fun. And I'm excited to kind of see what they can pull off and it's cool too. Like I really like this guy's design here. I was like, oh, that feels very much like East of Westy, like the cylinder, the balloon.
Yes,
like this. Nick Scott, I love Nick's stuff so much, and
which makes sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got our special guest for the night joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Benitez. Joe, how you doing, brother?
Joe Benitez.
Doing good.
What's up, Joe?
Perfect
What's
timing,
up,
man.
Right, man. Okay.
We're going over the new Batman. Did you get a chance to check out the new Batman yet?
No, I haven't gone to the comic shop in a couple of months. It's usually I usually get my comics from if I'm at a con. I haven't been to a con in a bit, so.
Yeah, man.
You know what? What am I talking about? I was actually at a signing, earlier last month, but I didn't get around to getting a comic or looking around to see what was up.
Yeah, dude. This this is a big change from the status quo of what Batman normally is. It's very
Yeah, I heard
interesting.
he's poor now, right?
Yeah, he's poor. He lives he's like a construction worker. He's fucking
Genius. Was a college football player. Got in a little trouble. Worked at all the places in the city, so you know all the ins and outs of all the buildings of all the city and stuff. But it's first issue.
Right.
Pretty entertaining take from Snyder there.
Yeah, unreal stuff, man.
Yeah, it's just well, it's cool. I have to check it out.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go over this really quickly here. There are some really cool moments in it. You see Batman for the first time in that page right there, and then he shows up when this new gang kind of goes in and tries to take a bunch of people hostage, and he does something super cool that we talked about the other day that I want to talk about. But here's some of the badass fight scenes with his cape being able to do all kinds of crazy shit. There's that one crazy scissor
he's walking
kick.
on stilts in his cape.
Yeah.
What's happening there? Yeah.
So we all thought like he was like jumping in this right here, but he's not. He's actually walking on it. Just fucking weird.
And it's cool too because like they give you those little call outs in like the back in the flashbacks of like signage on the walls at the zoo and stuff that kind of explain like that's how bats walked, and you notice that and stuff. It's
right.
Really good job of laying that in there for you.
Vinny, what's going on, brother?
Yo, what up?
We're talking
What,
about
Vinny?
Batman.
Oh man, yeah, I picked that up today.
Mm.
It's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was beyond good, dude. And so anyways, you see him kind of go crazy, and here's that scene that they've showed everywhere already, where he pulls out the symbol and uses it as a fucking battle axe, and he chops off that dude's arm. So pretty gnarly. And then here's when he gets pissed, these spikes pop out of him, out of the cowl, which is super dope. And yeah, big fight scene between him and Alfred. And what was kind of cool is like Alfred, you know, is coming into the city, and his bike gets stolen, and then you realize that fucking Bruce is the one that stole his bike, which was kind of cool. But yeah, really, really good story. I'm not going to go through all of it. I suggest that if you guys get a chance, you go fucking buy this book. It's totally worth it. It's going to be a good run. I really think that this cover by Ben Oliver is probably the best of them all.
I think it seems like it's going to be the portrayal of him, like proportionately throughout the series. So yeah,
I love how he can pull the ears out and use them as knives, and he still has the short cowls. You know what I mean? So he made them functional, which was badass.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
So there's the Dragotta 1 in 25 second printing that's going to be coming out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Fucking gnarly, man. Diodato. There's the second
They're already
printing.
going to do 1 in 25 for second print.
Oh, yeah. They're going to milk this for everything they got, bro.
Oh yeah.
This shit was heavily printed though, like already, wasn't it? Like
200 over 200,000 orders, pre-orders.
Jeez, that's great though, man. Definitely good to see for DC.
Tons of retailer exclusives, which is great. As long, you know, I'm not. They're going to print a ton of this anyways.
Yeah, it's gonna be New York Comic Con's gonna be bananas.
Oh, bro, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Great sketch covers. There's the Jim Lee. There's the Dragotta foil. There's the UK Diamond UK. So I mean, there's gonna be tons of these. KRS Comics is doing a foil of that one, which is nice. That'll be dope.
Smart.
So there's of course, Frank Miller, which isn't too bad.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Not that bad.
I feel good with this one. Jock NYCC variant. Be on the lookout. That's pretty.
That one's good.
Yeah, wicked.
That one's
Alright.
good.
Philip Tan.
Yeah, Dragotta saying he hopes to see. He said we're gonna see it. We're gonna see people cosplaying with somehow with a Batman cape stilts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, all right, man. Sounds dangerous to me, but hey,
Like
Scotty
if I was in
Young.
that spot as like one of those creators, like you would hit up one of those people who do those crazy stilt ones that they do. Like you hire them in advance and it's like, hey, can you put this together and like
Yes.
have it for the show? Like DC should like have got ahead of that and done that for sure.
Bro, that's Scotty Young. Like for
Like
me,
here?
I'm gonna pick up that Scotty Young because
Yeah, it looks good.
he doesn't do he hasn't done DC in a while,
This is
right?
his first DC stuff that I can
Holy
think of in a
shit,
long
bro.
time. Is it, if any,
Yeah.
right? Maybe
Didn't he-
maybe it
didn't he
is his
just start
first.
doing
You too, right?
DC stuff recently? I think he did.
we were talking about it recently, but I can't remember what it was. I don't think it was this.
I think he's doing maybe the absolute power variants or something like that.
Oh, you know what? You might be right, Vinny.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, lots of really good variants. But speaking of variants, we got some cool shit to talk about. So we had Joe on the show, the industry show, about let me see here. I don't know, a month ago, maybe something like that. And it was a fucking fun show. We had a really good time. And I get a call from Clutch, and Clutch is like, hey, can you put me in touch with Joe? I want to hit him up about maybe doing a cover. And I was like, fuck yeah. So, and if you guys know, I'm a huge fucking Joe Benitez G.I. Joe fan. That's my favorite Joe Benitez, time period. And I geeked out over it when he was on the industry show, and Clutch hit me up, and I didn't hear anything for a while, and then Clutch was like, yeah, we got Joe to do a cover. So ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about it for the first time here tonight. There's going to be a new G.I. Joe Benitez variant cover coming out soon.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like it was one of those things. Like so Leg, myself, and Drew from One of Comics are like, we're like, let's do a cover, let's figure something out, and we've been kind of just like throwing out ideas left and right of just like who we can find, who would be cool, and just couldn't settle on one, and some people are unavailable, and we're just trying to figure out like what is there, and and the Skybound, massive props to Ben Abernathy and Blake over there. Those dudes have been, as you guys have seen, like all the variant covers that they have for the series right now are just insane. Like everything on the Energon world in terms of like the universe that the variants are doing, like they're just killing it. And it's a lot of it's, Ben's reaching into his massive Rolodex. And so like, I was like, man, they were sharing certain names with me. I'm like, they've got so many good people doing this stuff. And then, Leg and Drew and I were talking. We're like, dude, did you guys watch, like, Joe Benitez was on with Brian and the industry show the other night? Like, what do you think? Like, do you think Joe would be up to do a cover? And so got Joe's info from Brian, and like Joe was just, he's like, yeah, I think it could probably do it. And like, my mind is fucking stoked because I've been a fan of Joe since Weapon Zero. I have a Weapon Zero page. Like, it's awesome. It's so cool to do it. A guy that I've admired for such a long time to be like, yeah, like we can do a cover. And so hit up Joe, sent him like, hey, here's a shit ton of artwork, and that they, at least what they had out that they could show, and and was like, what are you vibing on? Like, our idea, of course, was just like, we want to do something with like a something evocative of the Lady Mechanika stuff, a sexy looking lady, something cool. And we were like, Baroness would be an idea that we wanted to go, and we sent the art to Joe, and Joe, like, what was your I love your the back and forth we had was pretty amazing.
Well, it's like design wise, I wasn't vibing on the new Baroness look. So it's like, and I kind of got attracted to the Chameleon because she actually has look that's closer to the OG Baroness, and also it's like I'm kind of more partial to the Cobras than the GI Joes. I think they have more interest. They're a lot visually. They're a lot more interesting than the Joes.
Yeah.
So it's like I kind of like gravitated towards that character and thought that she would be visually a more interesting character to play around with.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing about her, she's a new character, right? So that makes it even better. You're working on one of the newer characters in the series, which is a big deal.
Yeah, it's cool. Like the Chameleon character has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
First appearance was like GI Joe 23. Yeah. So, and she's got a pretty wild, like, it's a cool story. Like it's a neat, without getting into the spoilers, Joe probably knows a lot more than I do about her, but
no, the only I only know her from the toys. I know that they made a variant Baroness with black and red, and they called it the Chameleon. So that's the only reference that I've been aware of.
yeah,
I didn't know that she was in the comics.
Yeah, so original stuff, like she's actually like the Baroness's like illegitimate half sister, and there's a point where Baroness is like knocked out, and I think she got like burned and all that stuff, and so she comes in and kind of like fills in and kind of takes her place and but thwarts a lot of stuff that Baroness is working on. So
wow,
pretty cool to like think, to see how the guys at Josh and those dudes are weaving in this weird old lore into the series already.
That's
it's like
crazy,
they're
dude.
deep, and like people aren't gonna, you're gonna. I'm sure when it gets revealed in 12 issues or whatever, we're all gonna be like, what the shit? That's awesome. So
yeah, look at that.
And also when we're thinking about it, I mean, and Sean brought up, hey, remember they're the characters, there's new costumes. So in our head, you go, oh, okay, Baroness. Well, the Baroness doesn't look like anything like the what she's gonna look like in any of the covers that she has here, So she says keep that in mind. And so that made me say, oh, well, yeah, the Chameleon character actually does look a lot cooler than Baroness,
It's also cool too, because you're like talking, when you look at it, it's like, yeah, she's got black, red, leather, fishnets. Like, I don't know. Those are a lot of check marks from my adolescence. So core
that was the thing. I initially thought they were fishnets, but if you look closer, they're like little puffy. Puffy fabric.
Oh,
it's like like armor or something.
Oh, interesting. Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was like initially when you look at closer you look, you see that they're separate, unless it's really tight and their skin is popping out.
I mean, my head canon will be that they're fishnets, but
yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's dope. And unfortunately, I don't think we can show the cover, can we?
I mean, I was told like the 7th we could show them off. So
like we can flash it, can we?
I think we need to show it.
Let's do it.
I think we need to show it. Yeah. So let me get this going here. This
we'll
is
post live pictures tomorrow. There you go.
We're not posting online. We're showing on stream.
Yeah, you got it.
Like Snapchat, they go away, right?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Yeah, something like that. You know what I can do is I can blur it out if need be. So if there's a problem, I'll blur it out. But
it's a good thing.
Yeah.
We'll be okay by tomorrow morning, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I defer to Clutch.
Thanks, Chucky. I appreciate it.
I just say the things that I want, not the
like, I don't work there anymore. I can't get fired, so it's okay.
There you go.
Yeah, this is badass, you guys. So everybody thinks they don't think they think Baroness, right? And here you go. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. G.I. Joe #1, Joe Benitez.
Beautiful.
When is this going to come out? Is this going to be a New York Comic Con book? What's going on?
No, Joe 1 comes out November. It's kind of awesome. It comes out November 13th, which is 1 week after the election. So,
wow.
Fingers crossed that everything's safe then, and people are going to shops.
Yeah. The Virgin is absolutely amazing with the Cobra logo behind it.
God, that is so good, man.
Yeah, dude, it's great.
Damn
isn't
it, dude.
Yeah.
And Peter Steigerwald, beautiful job over it. Like initially, I was we were just gonna go with just straight up red and black, like just a red Cobra symbol with a black background. Like he gave me a bunch of different options, and we sent a few of them to Sean.
Yeah.
He worked this one up with like a neon and it's just like, wow, that one looked really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that effect on there too, and it's really cool. And and Joe and Peter were able to kind of make a couple notes and around the original composition that Skybound had set over. So I love how the gun is like, you know, the barrel of the gun's on top of the G, and so it's like you got a little depth there. Yeah, it looks so good. Peter did an amazing job. Like I've loved Peter's work for such a long time.
Mama.
There we go. There we go.
That's a mama cover right there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean, just awesome.
top to bottom.
Yeah. And
I love it. So there'd be so that, and then there's the Virgin as well, which looks similar. So
I like
there
the
you
Virgin
go,
better
500
by
each.
far. I mean, the trade dress looks good.
Yeah, I don't think the trade detracts because it doesn't. It's literally nothing away. Even the
It's
the
good too
gun
that
barrels
like,
that overlap. There's
the
takes
gray
nothing
logo
away.
too, which, you know, I think that kind of
Yeah.
helps like put the focus more
Right.
on her as the focal point of your vision.
Yeah, I think they're both good in their own way. You know, that the GI Joe trade is like iconic, like the Star Wars logo. You know, and it's just I don't think like if you put the GI Joe trade on any book, I don't really think it takes away. I mean, it just adds to it.
Yeah.
The mystique of GI Joe and everything that comes with it.
I'm all for
Yeah,
it, man.
So stoked. And these, and of course too, like, you know, print run, it's a limited where so we got 500 each variant, not 1,000, so we got 500. So these are definitely going to be, these are, you know, good. This is a good low print run on these ones. And of course the the image cardstock, which is, these are going to print up beautifully. So yeah, so stoked.
Well, my buddy made this with a 3D printer, bro.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's not bad, man.
So
Yeah, that's
not
one of my first questions, especially with the black cover. I was like, "What is paper quality?" He's like, "Image cardstock." I said, "Say no more."
Yeah.
Say no
99.
more.
It's, if anyone does,
Not to
if
worry about
anyone
anything.
does variants with image, like just pay the extra $500. Get the cardstock cover upgrade. It makes your books just so crisp and nice.
Yeah.
Look beautiful. If
Image
you want to
picture.
grade them, you can. I mean,
It's awesome.
God, that looks great, man. Good
It's fun.
job.
It's
So these
fun.
are so these will be sold in 3 different. So I'll have copies. One in Comics will have copies. Big Leg is going to have copies, and Joe was going to have copies too. So you'll be able to track these down in a bunch of different ways. So yeah,
That's dope. That's dope.
so I think we sent them for sale on Friday. Is that?
yeah. Pre-sale we'll put them up on Friday. So
That's
and I'm
awesome.
sure Joe's probably going to have some amazing. Joe, I have to get a remark at some point too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Something, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh,
I'm
dude.
just thinking a red paint marker would look nice right there with the signatures.
on that version with that big space up there. Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me go back to it. Yeah. I agree. That would be gorgeous. Yeah, this is going to look good. Anytime I can get Joe Benitez G.I. Joe art, a big Cobra logo on a black background also, I'm a geek for that. If you know, that Cobra logo on a black background.
And honestly, there were some really cool like of the color options that Peter had sent over. Like I love the white one, looked awesome. Like there were some really cool versions.
Right.
Of there. It's just like, man, those all could be great.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was hoping to get something, but you know, again, didn't have that option. But it's like Yeah, I wanted to do like the white ones, for instance. Those would have been perfect for remarks. It's like makes it a lot easier to draw a little head sketch on there. But yeah, it's like unfortunately we could only do the version.
Yeah, we were thinking that same thing with the white.
And
We would have hated the white. It looks just as good in white.
Oh,
And then it, just like you said, remarks, of course.
and a little deeper into this too, like, so, when Joe and I were first talking about like, ideas and whatever, and we were like, hey, let's, we wanted to kind of get the Lady Mechanika vibe on stuff. And he sent over, I think it was like 6 like thumbnail sketches, and honest to God, like every single one was like, this would be a badass cover, period. And they were all so cool. One of his ideas was like her kind of like lounging on the top of a his tank, and I was like, oh my God, it looks so good. It was like,
yeah.
It was trying to like figure out like what, what's gonna stand out, and I think they all would have been amazing too. And honestly, I think that those all could be other variants down the line too in some such way. Like,
I was considering doing the double gatefold, but yeah, time wise, I just couldn't fit in. Well, the thing is that wasn't at the end of the day the one you chose. Well, actually, I couldn't send those as options because it's like wasn't going to be able to get them in on time.
Yeah.
There was another one I loved too, which I thought would have been really cool, was the if we could have done with the like female Cobra Troopers, like her and like 2 female Cobra Troopers you had in there, like that would have been super. But they held that off for a later issue because they're debuting the female troopers. I think they've already shown on the David Nakayama, but they're debuting later. So
yeah, that's dope, man. Well, fucking A, I'm stoked. I'm really stoked for that. I'm glad it happened, and I know there's a lot of G.I. Joe fans out there, Joe Benitez fans, that are happy for it too. Speaking of Joe Benitez, comics, new comic day, you've got some new Lady Mechanika stuff coming out. Lady Mechanika, Devil in the Lake #2.
Yeah, right.
What's that?
It's like it's out today, right?
Yep.
Or all right. See behind on things.
Yeah. Nice Sia cover right here. Absolutely beautiful. So not too shabby.
Yeah, she did a job. Right.
Yeah. You enjoying this?
Yeah. I mean, me personally, it's like, it gives me a break from doing the interiors.
Yep.
But unfortunately, we were hoping that it would get a bit more time on the next day that went on, but it kind of ate up all the time. So
yeah,
right now I'm working on book 2 of the next story, and I get enough done by the end of this run, by the end of Devil's Lake, that we can debut the first, a couple months after, or relatively close after, or spend don't want to debut it too long after the end of this story arc.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people are enjoying it, and the G.I. Joe does, it's one of the things that we kind of talked about backstage, is it gives off you definitely see a Lady Mechanika vibe in it. No matter whenever I see a Joe Benitez female character, I'm gonna get some of that vibe in it, and I'm stoked for it. So beautiful stuff.
Right on.
Yeah, dude.
Well, thank you. Yeah. No, I think it, again, working with Pete, he always knows how to bring the images out. I remember when he did the first Lady Mechanika cover, I saw the flats and I was going like, that's perfect. That's cool. I went away to a con, came back, and he goes, hey, I did some tweaks. And then I saw what he did, and it's like, holy shit. He just adds so much atmosphere and just really knows how to render the crap out of the figures. And it's like, yeah, he's pretty much one of the best out there right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. We got to get him to come on one of these nights, man. That'd be a lot of fun. So, well, there we go. On sale when are these going to be on sale?
We're going to put them up pre-sale on Friday, and then the book comes out on November 13th.
Not fucking bad.
Cool.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Another month.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Joe, thank you so much, man. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Hey, you're welcome. Yeah, man.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
I don't know if I added too much, but yeah.
Oh, dude, it's awesome.
But,
it's so fun to like be able to kind of like, chat with artists who've had impact on us as early collectors, and then also get to see what you're doing now too. And I love the fact that like Lady Mechanika is back at Image, and you're cranking on stuff, and it's just it all just kind of fits. And then putting being able to have you work on this cover with us for Joe is just it's a dream come true. Honestly, like it's such a I'm so stoked to be able to kind of, because as Brian said too, like huge fans of all the covers you did for the Joe series back in the day, and like some of those are still
right.
They sit in my brain. I can still see them as like I think about the issues and stuff, and it's like
I was just reading the other day I think it was issue 14 or 11. I can't remember the first issue where the battle android shows up for the first time, and he goes and he fucking just takes out all the dreadnoughts, and I was just geeking out, being like, I can't wait for this type of stuff to happen in the new series. It's giving me a reason to go back and read this old stuff. Like literally just the other day I was going through boxes and I saw it and I'm like, I gotta check this out. So good shit, man. Well, Joe, you're more than welcome to hang out with us if you want, or if you got stuff to do, no worries. But we're definitely we're gonna have you on as much as you're willing to come on the show, and we can bug you to come on, man.
Rock and roll, man. Well, yeah, it's like maybe when I like you guys are talking about new books, I'm completely I don't know what's out. So I wouldn't add much to it anyways.
No worries,
but I appreciate you having me on.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'll see you guys.
All right. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Take care.
Love you, Trevor. Thanks, Joe.
Later.
Yeah. I'm really stoked for this. I think that this whole series is going to be really good. Here's some of the other covers that are coming out. I really like this Brett Booth cover with the twins. Dude, and Cover Girl.
That's some 1999 Image looking.
And it's so cool too, because like he's got the Coast Guards in the background that you kind of barely, you don't really notice, but then you're like, oh, shoot, they're there. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, it's super cool.
That one's really good.
I was at a con recently, and I was looking at some of the OA, and Brett Booth's OA was in there for like $100. He's fucking sick, dude. He's so good.
He's amazing, dude. And
I got some cool stuff of his.
His OA is really good, especially his pencil stuff.
John Livesay did the inks on that too, and like he actually had that at San Diego and brought it over and showed it to me, and I was like, this is so freaking rad.
Wow, dude.
So good.
Look at that. I guaranteed Nate's fucking all over this cover. David Finch.
Finch is good. Something about
she's a major player in this team.
Yeah. And it, you know what? It's wild. Some has the crisscross. They don't all have the fishnet. They're still gonna be fishnets in my brain too.
Yeah, man.
Don't worry, bro.
All day.
Come on, man. I was a 90s kid.
I like how they've made Mercer like this fucking hulkling. He's like a huge dude. He's massive.
He's massive too.
Yeah. I don't remember Mercer like being that big of a person, and that's something I think is that new in Skybound?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think he was. I don't think he was that big in the show or in the other comic and stuff.
In the comic,
the toys never made him look bigger, but
yeah,
I think cool that he's like just beast.
It's good shit. There's Bermejo.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, that's good. I didn't see that one.
I just wish it was just fire in his helmet, though. I mean, this is good. Don't get me wrong, but if it was just fire, that'd be crazy.
I mean, that looks like a Hasbro toy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that could be on a box for
box art. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the Souza Micah. We've seen that at
Mama.
San Diego.
And she did a great job of making the Baroness outfit look kind of
decent,
form fitting, curvy, and sexy. Like
Yeah.
some of the art in the series that makes it look a little more bulky and stuff. But
here's the Nakayama.
And this is a 6-issue connecting cover.
Yep. And the whole connecting cover is out.
It's sick.
Yeah.
It's
I'll find it.
Okay.
I'll find it. I'll look for it. And here's the cover girl 1 in 25.
Yeah, I've loved all
Any
these.
any idea how many more store variants there are, Sean?
I mean, if it's anything like the Transformer stuff, there's probably gonna be like 20 to 30 is my guess.
This is a 1 in 50.
That's a guess, but it makes sense.
I'm okay with it. I'm totally fine with it. Oh, what do you got there, man?
Just a his tank.
Is it-
This thing, bro.
Is that the OG? Hold on, put that back up.
No, this is the replica. Shout out Ollie's. $5.99.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, really?
What?
Yeah, bro.
There was Ollie's.
I got me another Black Panther helmet, dude. From Ollie's. $9.
Bro, you have hurricanes though.
Yeah, that's true.
I got earthquakes and no ollies or Five Belows or none of that shit.
That's true.
Ollie's
Geiger,
Ollie's
none of
isn't
that.
that good, Sean. Don't worry about it. It's just-
All right, cool.
You know, I watch these toy hunter videos, and I'm like, they walking into like an Ollie's or Menards, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're getting so much stuff for like cheap.
I
Yeah.
can't tell you how many times I've gone to Ollie's and tried to dig through all those comics, like because they got the packs.
Yeah.
I've done it so many times, I haven't found shit.
That's because he beat you there.
No,
Yeah.
when I go there for like they have omnibuses and stuff like that. Like
They have that
cheap.
stuff for sure. Yeah.
There's a 1 in 500 David Finch pencil sketch.
Yeah, claimed.
Fucking, I wouldn't sell that. Yeah, fuck yeah.
What'd you say?
Keep
I said
that.
claimed.
1 in 500? Is that what you said?
We'll be able to order 2 of those. So we'll have to figure
Oh
it out.
shit. Okay. God damn it. Claim.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Sorry, Drew.
Come on, Drew. You paid 25. He'll get the other ones out of Diamond for 25 cents. So
He will at some point.
see, he's good, dude.
John Boy Myers foil. Look at that.
And so that's the new character, Risk.
Yes.
He just made for the series.
Yeah, he looks badass.
And they sent out Lunar sent out a basically a PDF, watermarked PDF of the issue, and it's pretty cool. Wait, what? Jack just popped in here. He's like, I did 3 exclusives. What up?
Where?
Look some
Why am
brother up.
Yeah, I know. I'm wondering why I'm not seeing all these things happening. I'm looking at and I had
Hey, Jack.
so look at all this, man. Thank
You're
you
a
to
little
everybody.
behind.
Congrats. Yeah, I am a little
Shout
behind.
out Ash and Nate.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
And John Boy's done an amazing job at his like 1 in 100s. Like, they're so good.
Look at the
Bananas.
bats on fire there. That's fucking awesome. I'm so geeked out for this. You guys don't understand. I'm super stoked that when I got back into reading heavily, the Skybound universe was happening. You know what I mean? That's what I'm stoked about. And it's actually good. What did you guys think about? Did you guys see Pythona show up in the Void Rivals stuff? You guys been checking that out?
Oh yeah.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, it looks interesting.
Like, it's cool to see like those little like that's how it's like it's connecting in those little ways, and you're just like, this is all it's all part of the bigger plan, man. Like Robert and Sean Makowitz over there at the publisher at Skybound, and Josh and Daniel and everybody putting this stuff together. Like, it's dude.
I love that they're
crafted.
I love that they're
master.
using Cobra Law, right? The Cobra Law stuff
Oh,
didn't get much love in the comic books. Larry Hama, you know, he wasn't into that. He was like, he must have thought it was stupid or something.
yeah.
And
Robert's a big fan of that. So
fuck yeah, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving that Nemesis Enforcer's back. Well, he was back. So, yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. All right. What else do we got to talk about? New comic book day. There was, speaking of the Skybound universe, there is one variant that came out today that there's multiple variants that came out today, but there's one book that came out today that is amazing next to that Batman book, and that is this Soundwave 1 in 25 for Transformers.
Yeah, dude, I missed that. Holy shit. And it's number 13.
Wow.
This is cool.
I've got the cassette and the display case in my living room, my original.
Which one?
The bird.
The bird? Yeah. Was that Rumble? Which one was Rumble?
I don't know, man.
Rumble
I'll
is
send you a picture.
Rumble's the blue one. Frenzy's the purple one of the two.
Is there a redder one?
Yeah.
Laserbeak and
Is the-
Buzzsaw are the two birds. Laserbeak's the red one, and then Buzzsaw's the gold.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. I agree. Yeah. I hope this turns into a variant series. Yeah.
And this cover looks like a t-shirt you'd get at like Hot Topic, right? Like it
Totally.
like that feels like that art can be slapped on merch and just sold for days.
This
Bro,
is
that
nostalgia
looked
crack.
Pure 80s Miami Vice. Looks like Michael Mann wrote that story, dude. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like he teams up with Don Johnson, bro. Go fight
Yeah.
crime.
Yeah. This look, this, you know, whatever you want to call this
Like MTV
template,
video.
yeah, is nostalgic crack. That's what it is. Anybody that was born in the late 70s or early 80s is going to go nuts for this. Fucking A, look at that.
That's badass, dude.
Yeah. So, and then there's a 1 in 25. There's a 1 in 50 Mechanika, and we're going to talk about Mechanika tonight. I got some interesting Mechanika market report data, which was kind of interesting to me, that you guys might have already seen. But yeah, here you go. Mechanika.
Dude, that Mechanika is good too.
Yeah.
It's only $20 online though.
So one of the coolest things, and the reason why I bring up Cobra Law, is in the Skybound series, and this isn't spoilers. This happened long ago. It's known about long ago. Like Megatron, the Cobra Law have had Megatron for like centuries, right? And they just didn't know what he was. And Cobra Commander convinced them to keep Megatron, and they finally figured it out, and Cobra Commander stole it. Okay, that's like the backstory. That's fucking so cool and so smart. It's a smart way to kind of like have that happen in the universe, to combine them. And I'm hoping and praying that the movie is going to be smart like that. I just want a smart G.I. Joe Transformers universe in the movies. There's also a 1 in 100, I think. Yeah, here we go. That's beautiful.
That's dope.
Yeah, that 1 in 100 is good, dude.
That is.
By Homer.
Oh my God. There's another variant series right there. This is the one that shout out to Lefteros and Cover Price. They're kind of touting. It's got new character. So
It's we haven't read the issue yet, so that's exciting.
yeah. So that's very interesting. There's a 1 in 10 connecting, but that freaking Soundwave is just, that's like one of the covers of the week. That might go into cover of the year category. It might.
I mean, that's a hit.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. Geiger, number 7. Again, fucking another image imprint or like fucking Ghost Machine. Anything that they're putting out is good. The Hyde Street stuff, everybody's talking about those secret variants and for those. This cover right here is so good. This is cover like this. If it was just my cover of the year choice, I would put this on the list because this is so wacky and cool. I would put this like a print on my wall of this. I wish this was a ratio.
Dude, that guy for sure lives at Hearst Castle.
Bro.
I don't know if you've seen the wild zebras at Hearst Castle before, but there's a place. Yeah,
I know what Hearst Castle is. Yeah, are they like?
Yeah, dude. they got zebras just the side of the road, and if there's like sentient, freaking all-seeing zebras, dude, they're Hearst Castle just back there plotting on whoever shows up, man.
Yeah,
for sure. It's hard to get there. You go up the freeway, all of a sudden there's zebras, man. Hearst Castle zebra.
This is a Chernobyl zebra, bro.
They even call it Enchanted Hill, I think.
That's fucking crazy, bro. That is awesome. But there is a lot of talk about Geiger this week. There's that special variant for it, the secret variant that everybody's talking about. We'll get into that, but look at that. Love the glow in the dark. So that is the surprise variant for Geiger. Be on the lookout. I don't know what the ratio to like how many to the regular cover there were or if anything like that, but it's pretty dope. Let me go to, I think it's over here. The Phoenix stuff. We talked about this one, that Minor Arcana. I think Hood talked about that the other day. The Scarlet stuff. This is the only G.I. Joe stuff that I'm having a hard time getting into, and it really sucks. Because this is one of my favorite parts of G.I. Joe, if not my favorite part of G.I. Joe. I'm a, Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes nerd. But I'm hoping that it gets better. Lots of Space Ghost stuff. The Black Suit and Blood has a John Boy Myers 1 in 100. I don't know if you guys saw this. It's pretty dope.
Did not get. God, I love John Boy, dude.
Yeah.
He hasn't missed much, man.
No.
That guy's great.
Yeah.
That's a cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good. This Ewok, I love this John Tyler Christopher.
So good.
Right?
Dude, that is sick.
See, but is that Wicket?
Yeah.
Says so. Says Wicked Kid doesn't work.
Nah, man. Like,
World Wide Web.
Yeah, it
Yep.
is. They aged him up, bro.
He looks.
I guess that's him in his 20s, dude.
He looks like a like a dog to me, like a cute little dog. Like I want to pet him.
That's
You know what
AI
I mean?
Wicked.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to. Oh,
yeah,
you're
I
so
can
cute.
superimpose.
Yeah. Oh, look at you. You're such a cute boy.
You put a Snapchat filter on him, made him look younger or older.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one was created by Zaff.
Bro, Terminator 1. I've seen so many people posting the Declan Shelby foil variant on
That's sweet.
Instagram and Twitter. Like, this is what they got today in the store. And because, I mean, look at that. Again.
Yeah, good job, Nick, on these ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's Skull Collector crack right here. I'm all in. Perfect foil variant. There's a lot of them too. A lot of good covers for this. I'm interested to see what the series is like. Look at that. We'll see here. There's a black and white of that. I like this one too. I really like this one. I think that would be just a cool print to have.
That profile looks like Austin Butler as Elvis.
Yeah.
That's cool as shit, dude.
It is. Yeah. And they did a bunch of different colorways of that, of course. This is what is this? That's pretty crazy. So anyways, this is the one I think they had over 60,000 pre-orders on this, which is pretty good for a Terminator book. What else do we have?
Yeah, that's really good, actually.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Toxic Avengers, Transformers #6 has a third printing, Devastator cover. You got your Jason Howard covers continue. This is the Thiago da Silva connecting. Yeah, there's just there's going to be a ton of those Soundwave covers too, you guys. There's a lot of store variants for this issue. So don't worry, you'll be able to get one. This is a cool character. This is the 1 in 100 on this. This is a new character for X-Force #4. It's called Tank. It's supposed to be a character that can stand up to like Juggernaut, which is interesting. It's kind of cool to see Clayton Crane do X-Men stuff.
I mean, he drew that like Iron Man, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Man, I wonder, like Adi Gronov drew an Iron Man like that. I'll be back, guys. I got to check something out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
I'm on the case.
What is that? That's crazy. Man
Oh,
thing in
Man
the
Thing?
cover? Yeah.
Sick.
That is nuts. That man thing is nuts. Jesus. Jesus.
Children.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
fucking terrible, dude. There was a lot of good books out this week. The 1 in 100 for the Disney variant is nice for your Disney cultists. There is a Red Band Blade book out this week with an EM Gifts 1 in 100 where he's eating a heart. It's kind of crazy. Right? Isn't that nuts, man? He's freaking eating a heart or a brain. I think it's a heart.
Dude, Giz going for it. I like
There's a Puppeteer Lee cover for that. Let's take a look at this. There was a Puppeteer Lee book I saw the other day that was so rare it was unreal. It was like 50 copies or something like that. I remember what it was, and I'll talk about it later. Blade Puppeteer Lee right there. Not too shabby. I like the Linnell Francis Yu, Spider-Man 2099. He does a good job of drawing him. Here's your Mercado Exceptional X-Men 1 in 25. That's holy cow. Sarah Fantastic Four is. Come on. Look at that.
That's wild.
I love their
That's
trade.
really good.
Their trade dress for Fantastic Four looks so good.
I'm gonna be the best Fantastic Four cover I've ever seen.
That's fucking good, right?
Not difficult to beat, but
All the blood.
lots of blood.
Look at this one. Look at this. Jesus, look at this. Yeah, the Doctor Doom Fantastic Four. Snapping necks. Taking names. That's a crazy cover. Here's your Phoenix. Number 4 has one of the most heartbreaking moments in Marvel Cinematic history for me, the way they did this character. Right?
Oh, Gore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was shit.
Fucking
You can't.
ridiculous, dude.
They can bring him back. You can't burn up Christian Bale, dude.
He's
He's probably over it. But
he's one of the best characters created in a comic book in the last 20 years, in my opinion. The way he looks, his backstory, the story he's in, everything about him, and they totally just freaking fucked that up, shit the bed.
But yeah, burning Christian Bale.
Yeah.
You Christian Bale to Marvel, just like, eh.
Oh God, dude.
Yeah.
That makes
What
it
a
even
waste.
worse. So heartbreaking. Such a cool character. But look at this, 1 in 50. Phoenix is such a cool character with that. Anytime you put the Phoenix Force behind her, it just looks cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I heard the series is really good too. I need to check it out. It's one of the X-Men series. I'm not, at least looking over. I need to start looking it over. This is a new series. I'm probably just, I don't know. We'll see. I got to read it. Sentinels. There's a Kaketo, Black Suit and Blood. That's good too. That we didn't see. There's all the Pete Woods Ewoks is a good cover. I feel like I've seen that before.
Is that
somewhere.
a sexy Ewoks?
No.
And $3.32 means it's less than cover price.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Venom. You got a Delotto 1 in 100, which feels like it feels like it's washed, right? Like it's the color maybe is different. Maybe the image of the color of the book is different. Lashley, Sandoval, Venom or Wolverine. Here's your Dynamite stuff. Johnny Quest, your Space Ghost, Perillo, Red Sonja. Oh, I got my my Carla Cohen and Lucillo Perillo mystery box downstairs. I gotta open it. I'll go get it before the end of the show. Yeah. So we'll have to.
You got that one for free, right?
Yep, they sent it to me for free. Yep. So we will open it up live on the show. Oh, there's an Alex Ross. I didn't even realize that was an Alex Ross it's a foil too for Terminator.
Yeah, wow.
I didn't even
You're
realize
going Alex
that.
Ross. Might as well do a few of them, right?
Get your
I
mileage.
don't blame him. I would.
Oh man.
Yep.
Is that a Terminator foil?
That
Or
would be
silver?
if it was like
Man,
real
that's
metal,
pretty dope right there, dude.
like a matte metal. Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
Stainless
dude.
steel.
That's sweet.
Oh man.
I'm not really into blanks and all that, but that one hits, man.
I thought that was a panel from the Cybertruck, actually. They just
Yeah.
pulled it off.
Yeah. There's that third print. Yeah, look at this book selling for $50.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, the Geiger's just been well received for the since they announced it 2 years ago or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's the only one that I'm keeping up on. This Gunslinger Spawn Glapion's good. I like it. With all the arrows in them. Isn't Palmiotti writing this now? Jimmy Palmiotti, I think, is taking over writing on Gunslinger Spawn. So I'll have to check that out. Plastic. Death and Dolls. Come on, let's go. Got too many things up. Savage Dragon number 272. You get your second prints. Precious Metal. I love that Ian Bertram cover. It's beautiful.
Dude, the Savage Dragon just won't stop, man.
Nope.
It's like tortoise in the hair. Is he gonna catch Spawn or what?
Yeah.
We'll hear about this book in 2 years. Yeah, this book right here in 2 years will be like a book that's on the almost 10 or something.
Yeah.
I love this cover. That's a good
Oh
cover.
yeah, dude. Yeah. That one's badass.
That's a really good cover. There's a Sia Scarlet cover. That's good. That'd be a good foil. I like that one too. That Scorch cover. Gunslinger Spawn behind her. McFarlane. What is this?
That's a Mexican reprint.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is it from Interior? Was that a specific issue?
I think that was a cover. I'm pretty sure.
I'm not picturing it, but obviously there's about 700 to choose from. Spawn number 2 is next.
Yeah, it's from the... Oh, what is this?
Oh,
3D
Spawn.
Mocha.
Spawn 3D.
Yeah, that's what it's
Okay.
from. And it's just without the 3D.
Got it.
That's a tough book to find itself.
It is. It is.
So many good issues. Look at that. Jeez.
Yeah.
If we get that, do we get some page punchers to go with it?
I think that's what he's doing, right? He's giving away page punchers at...
Yeah.
There is some really good... I love this one, the 25th anniversary Clayton Crane. That's a great one. And I love the Puppeteer Lee from San Diego the other year. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's cool.
Same with the gold foil one, this one. 25th anniversary director's cut. That one's good. These are all look at that one, the Kickstarter from 2020. Remember that one? Mm-hmm. This is the rarest one, like Air. Somebody got one for $59. What? Are you kidding me?
That's the same what the sale is. It could have been, but that could have been like the only sale in the last 10
Dude,
years.
if somebody got one of those for $59,
You're not thinking of the reverse on the Malibu Sun?
No,
See
the one without the black ink. They did
Scroll to the prices.
see. Look at that,
Well,
5,650.
yeah, there you go. Okay.
But there was a raw that sold for $59, dude.
It could have been a very long time ago, though.
I gotta look that up. I
Just-
got to
Just keep going.
see sales data. Yeah, I'm gonna trip out.
20,
11/11/23, dude.
Or it could be they might need to double check. That could have been computer drawn in.
Okay, $40.
That doesn't happen very
Look,
often. but it
$5,000
does
in
considering that
2022. 1,200.
discrepancy.
Yeah, this is one of the rarest Spawn books out there. And if people are fucking, it could be probably a discrepancy. You're probably
Some
right.
error, though. But
Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. That Daniel Warren Johnson Transformers variant. That's really good. We went through all those. What's the furthest place from here? I love those with the 7-inch records. Silvestri black and white Virgin signed 1 in 500 Witchblade. Here's all the Batmans.
Oh, I finally got that one in actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just sent them out.
That's probably why it's in here then.
Oh, logo foil. That's pretty cool.
I love it, dude. I'm so geeked for this new Batman.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
We needed something.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's the same, but it's not the same. But I'll pretend it's not. I don't know.
Yeah. Another Mark Spears book is going to be on the Hot 10 this week, I imagine. Action Comics 1070, 1 in 25.
Good chance.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Yeah.
It pops.
I see
it
why
just
it's
pops.
good. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not
Yeah, it's
paying
not.
double
It's
rate
not the
for it.
best Mark Spears. It's not my favorite Mark Spears, but it's a good. It's gonna
I see,
pop.
though. It's unique.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
it's
it's a
unique as you can
ratio.
get Superman. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. That's
And
a good Wes
ratio.
Craig too. I like they changed. Look at the S's. Anyways, I love the Damian Wayne outfit. That 1 in 25 right there. Batman and Robin, number 14. That's a really interesting Gotham by Gaslight, Kryptonian Mage. Look at this. First time I saw this, I had to like triple take. Like, what is... Oh, it's Superman as a cowboy.
A happy cowboy.
Yeah. Big fucking smile on his face.
Yippee-ki-yay!
This Kunka Lim, Kendrick Lim.
What? Whoa!
What are you talking about? That's his
Sounded
name,
like
bro.
you said something else, Brian.
Trying to get Mike over here.
Yeah, I know. Kendrick Kunka Lim.
Kunka.
That's fucking gorgeous, dude. You don't like that? Yeah, that's good, dude.
Right? The scary mama. Mama?
DC Vampires World War V.
There's just a ninja star straight pointing down.
This will be the second Mad magazine that I will own that has
Uncle Sam.
Alfred E. Newman as Uncle Sam on it.
Look at Kamala.
And look at Trump, dude.
Look at Biden just hanging on.
Yeah, he's got the glasses.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? He's hanging on.
Yeah. I just got that. It's terrible. Armory Wars. Garfield. Let's keep going. This is why we found that Tales of the Bizarre that took us down this crazy path. I Heart Skull Crusher, Jeff Lemire, Minor Arcanist. They're doing the. I'm surprised. I bet you these are. If tarot card readers knew these are out here, these would be bought up and collected. The 1 in 10s and 1 in 25s of this series. There's the Del Mundo from Minor Arcana. I like that one too. These Godzilla, There Be Dragons always have good covers. I think we're getting, no, that's kind of like a Hedgehog annual. We're getting closer to number 75 of that series where new characters going to be dropping.
Dude, how are we not getting Dave Stevens foil reprints in New York yet? His family's not signing off or what?
Who knows? That's a great question. I'm surprised we haven't seen any. Distillery books.
Oh, look at that Pinocchio, man.
Yeah. Toxic Avenger. You got an AF-15 variant of this. Isn't this an homage to like Lobo or something? That's a cool one. The 1 in 3. I've never heard of Ahoy Comics.
Aren't they the ones that did all the Simpsons, right?
Was it the Simpsons?
Isn't it Ahoy? I thought so.
No, I thought it was Bongo.
Bongo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
I've
this the
never
one
heard
that?
of it either.
Yeah.
It'd be new. I mean, if they're going to try to do that.
Look at that. Look at that. That looks beautiful. Look, these are good covers. Day of the Dead Girl. Got some Crusade Comics Billy Tucci books. She, Return of the Warrior, number 1. Her kid. Those actually look pretty dope.
Dude, all those Toxic Avengers are open order.
Are they?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Or maybe not all. The ones I'm finding.
This looks interesting. What is this? From Oni, the Autumn Kingdom. That looks interesting.
Damn. Always been around since at least 2019.
Wow.
Dragonfly Man, Justice Warriors, My Bad Escape from Pelican Island, Wrong Earth. Yeah, I just didn't know who the hell they were. Acid Chimp versus Business Dog.
Here is Niobe Outbreak number 3 from Niobe Comics. This is the Ben Dunn cover. Ben Dunn did a cover The great
Been
Ben
done for a
Dunn.
while.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to get my we got to get the soundboard back. Kelsey Shannon cover. De La Torre, Conan the Barbarian, and Frankie Boy Monster. Ooh, what's that? Mississippi Zombie, number 4. That's a crazy cover.
Yeah, I think someone needs Joe, I think you need to look into this one.
That's the Obamas, right, dude?
I think that looks like AI too, right? Yeah.
No, but is that Barack and Michelle?
I don't know, dude.
Click, let me see. Let me verify. Yeah.
Is this like a famous picture of them?
That is
I don't know, but it looks like Barack and Michelle, bro.
Bradley Golden has put together another morbid, demented anthology of zombie dismemberment and gore. I didn't see any of the other ones. Yeah, that definitely. Yeah.
Bro, they're going to get in trouble, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I don't know, man. Yeah,
That's not right, bro.
that's a terrible cover.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah. Anyways, and we are getting close to being there's Scout, Archie, Halloween, done. That is new comic book day.
It's a big day. A lot of books today.
Yeah. It was good to see Vinny on for the short time that he was on. Vinny, it was good to see you, brother.
Yeah, man.
And it felt like a lot too many books. There's getting more and more books, which I guess is a good thing.
Hey, Clutch, you gonna keep the dog, bro? You know you are, bro.
I don't
know
know.
you're gonna keep that
don't
dog, bro.
You
can't let her go. You can't let her go, bro.
Well, we got an update. We got to update that because there was a
Sweetheart.
breakthrough. There was an absolute breakthrough. That was probably one of the best moments in the whole story.
It's one of those things. It's like it's so weird because it's like it's such an emotional thing, you know, to see this animal who's just like been you can tell how abused she was. Like, holy smokes. And you know, there she is. She's taking pets.
Unbelievable, man. And you could tell she's like,
yeah. I mean, and this video, I was like, and this was the second time that morning I was able to pet her. Like the first time we did like a couple minutes and she like got really excited and ran off. And I was like, let me grab my phone and see if I can catch this again. And like, this is like an 8-minute long video. Like I was like, I'm just going to keep recording until she's done. And she was just accepting love, I think, for like the first time. Such a moment, you know?
Yeah.
Hey Sean, who's playing who here?
Uh-huh.
You buttering her up or she buttering you up, dude?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, man.
I know, man. Oh, look at that. She's such a cutie pie.
I know this video made me so happy.
And it's so crazy because like 3 weeks ago, like this dog is like trembling in the corner of my backyard. Like she's in the bushes, just like I'd come up to her and she's shaking, like her whole body is shaking. And for her to kind of be at this point where she's like just taking and enjoying pets and stuff, it's amazing. Like my wife went out there earlier and gave her some treats and she was just like jumping up and down and running and doing zoomies. Like she's becoming a dog again. Yes, which is awesome. Or maybe a dog for the first time. Like I have no idea what her life was before this, you know.
Could be for the first time, bro, which is heartbreaking, but amazing at the same time, dude. Amazing at the same time. Look at that.
Oh,
look at that, bro.
Cover your, that's NC-17, guys. NC-17.
Yeah.
Little puppy kisses.
She is
what a great
cutie
pooch,
pie,
man.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I will say this: I cannot wait to give her a bath.
Oh yeah,
she's definitely a dirty fucking dog.
Oh,
like
yeah.
she's like, and I'm like, I gotta go immediately wash my hands. I can feel like the grime that's on her in her coat and stuff. So,
yeah.
Or like, dude, it's October. It's gonna rain soon.
It really will. And I'm like, I'm already like freaking out about that. I'm like, well, do I have to go to like, do I know get a dog house for her and like put one in the backyard? Like, I'm kind of getting, I don't know, I'm getting freaky. We have a pergola that will block the rain, which is good. So I think she can stand underneath there. But yeah.
Well, hopefully your pets will get more frequent, and she'll start to, be cool with you letting you do that, and you can give her a bath. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got to get to the point where like we can't get a leash on her. Like we still can't like really touch her. She runs away unless you're on the ground. So we're probably a few weeks away, if not a month away, before we can actually get a leash on her and take her out. And then got to get her to a vet. I might try to see if we can get a mobile vet to come out to the house and, just check out.
Might have to do that.
Great idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody out there,
do it. Yeah.
Yeah. If anybody out there is in the area and wants to reach out to help Sean in any way, you can get a hold of him, try and contact him on IG. And, if you guys have, anybody that that does something like that can donate their time or something.
Still has been great. Like he's been hitting me up a ton, and we're getting tips from him and stuff, which has really been good. And a couple other friends have had experiences with rescue dogs before. My buddy Clay was like, he was like the rule of threes. It's 3 days, 3 weeks, and then 3 months are like the kind of break points for rescues, and when their attitudes completely change. So and this was kind of like at that 3 week mark. So it's really cool to see. And I appreciate like everyone who comments and, hits up, notes and stuff. It's really, really nice. You guys are, I love everyone's like, you're not letting the dog go. Like it's so hard. I don't know if we can give her the best life that she deserves, but we'll see where things go.
That looks pretty good. Man. She's rent free, bro.
My buddy Justin's like, man, you got nice grass back there. I'm like, it's fake,
man.
It's fake grass. So dude.
There was go ahead, Hood.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I had my husky for 13 years. He was a rescue dog, and he had wanted posters in every groomer because like nobody would take him after like one time. So I had a mobile groomer. That was the last resort. And like I had scheduled an appointment, and he personally called me and goes, Joe, I can't, man. So having to groom a husky, dude, they shed like a motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, you son of a bitch.
I had
dude,
babysit a husky for a weekend, and my dog already would shed, and my dog had passed. And then I'm like, okay, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, good Lord, dude.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh, I'll vacuum it up when they came to pick the dog up. And then I was like, it's fine. The dog wasn't in my bed or anything, and I only had rugs. I didn't have so anyway, a leather couch, so I could get him off of that. But at the same time, I was like, did you really drop your fucking dog off without asking me to go to Havasu? Just saying. Fuck your dog. It was a good dog, but
did you guys hear about the whole? Well, I'm sure you did, but did you guys look into the Rob Liefeld stuff with Youngblood? Pretty cool.
I know it's happening and such. So yeah, obviously it's not this.
Yeah. This is cool.
That's cool. You know what? Nothing wrong with new characters. And is whether or not this took off completely. I mean, it was a hit like back in the day. I mean, the guy he was making more new characters at that time than anybody else because he was doing. I mean, got Deadpool, Cable, X-Force, etc. New Mutants 100 leads into X-Force, leads into So what he was doing back then, and then when they're gonna go do the Image thing, and we've all touted what Image meant to us when it took off. It was what kept me, really hyping comics. And to see, looking back, I mean, it took some balls to make a team like this of characters with, this many pouches and such. And to be able to have, different names, takes on different people. And they didn't, without the backing of Marvel. So I'm with it. I hope it works out. It did get picked up that it was going to get made. There's a million copies out there, but hey.
Well, there's a story behind this though too, where like Todd he either had lost control of this through the Malibu, because this got published by Malibu first, right? Before it got published by Image. Because I think Image was when they first started doing books, they used Malibu as like their publisher, if I remember correctly, something like that. So some of those early Image books got published by, and there was something that happened where he lost control of the IP. Because a group, I think, bought Malibu, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Scott
Rosenberg.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's a new company that is running Rosenberg's company that Rob is okay with working with, right? Is that the way?
The other guy, the guy that was like a couple years ago that was trying to do it through whatever, I forgot the name of the company, but it was like what was that guy's name? Everyone knew he was full of crap, but he was trying to like Terrific Productions, yeah, those guys, like,
Andrew Rev,
that's right, yeah, and my god,
yeah, this is it right here, yep. So this is just a crazy scene. Rev burst in the comic scene in 1990 when he bought Comico, an independent publisher that was poised to rival DC and Marvel with the series like Bill Willingham's Elementals, Matt Wagner's Grendel. Unfortunately, a string of bad financial decisions led Comico to file bankruptcy, leading him to come in from the outside and take over. So you guys can go check this out and look this up. But anyways,
Nick just dropped the knowledge bomb on there too. Nick is thank you, Nick.
Yeah, here we go. The thing happened when Platinum invested in Awesome. That's what it was. Rob launched Awesome. He had backing. And then when Awesome shut down, Rob and Scott split characters. Scott kept Youngblood and sold to Andrew Rev. There we go. And now there's a new company that's running that company, I believe, or something like that. And now Rob is okay to... they're going to work together and get something done. They know that fucking Rob Liefeld is electric, right? And you're better off being friends with him at this point than you are being, you know what I mean? He's going to do more for you if you're friends with him.
And... that is a very truism with Rob.
Yeah,
he was on the show.
Yeah, he's going to
on the show.
He is going to talk. He's going to let people know if he doesn't like you, and if he does like you, he's gonna break bread with you, probably.
Yeah.
So good for him. I'm looking forward to see what happens. It was funny because who was it? I think it was fucking Rad. Let's see if he still has it up here. FK, and he made it. So you guys will know what he's talking about. And I remember going to this when I was a kid. There's a swap meet in California, in LA, right? A famous swap meet that you can go to, and it's just constantly full of all kinds of crazy shit. But what it's also full of is like collectibles and memorabilia from like Hollywood and stuff. So you can always find this crazy collectibles there. And fucking Rad on IG will always go to this swap meet and show shit that he gets there. And look at this. This is a Youngblood mask from back in the day that he found. Look at that.
That's wild.
Fuck, dude. He's really good at figuring out what shit sells too.
So crazy. Look what he found today. Or he's showing this today. This is an uncut sheet.
He was in the heart of all this shit too.
Yeah.
Lucky bastard.
Uncut sheet of Donkey Kong cards by Topps. It's the printer proofs. And that's the first time Mario was ever on anything, I believe, any card.
That's awesome.
Unbelievable.
And back to that mask, I found on eBay years ago like a vintage grifter.
Wow, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Is it just, does it hang, or is it like a full head mask?
Oh, dude.
Oh, please tell me you got it. I think all three of us have the same shirt on, by the way.
Oh, probably, yeah. It's just the fourth time. Whoa, look at that, dude. Hold on.
What?
Yeah,
Hell
dude.
yeah, dude.
Straight up, dude.
That's
That is
badass.
Definitely for
awesome.
a fucking kid's head though. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's full. It's still got the 1995. Still got the tag on the
Wow.
inside.
Yeah, but it probably would have fit all three of us in 1995.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, I love that weird old stuff. Like getting to spend the time with Robert. You know, he's a big collector of like old image stuff, and so like we would both try to find like the weirdest, like, you know, pop-up display things, or, you know, point of sale pieces, any just weird stuff. And we both have a ton of weird rando stuff.
Yeah. I mean, look at, like, this is the type of shit. 1976 Hello Kitty stamp sets. I mean, it's unbelievable. So
It's rad. Is he out here?
yeah.
You know what?
Yeah. What is that?
Yeah, dude,
Let's go.
he's in like San Dimas.
He found a fucking huge thing of Chinese comics, and some of them are fucking Disney from China. Look at these.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. Just grinds, dude. This is what he does. So
Yeah. I keep telling him I want to get him on the show because he fascinates me, the shit that he finds.
he knows his shit. I talk to him usually at least 15 to 30 at every con.
Yeah.
In SoCal.
Oh, here we go. Look at this. So the absolute randomness that he finds. Yeah, he's right. Just random shit.
He's got an eye though.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, the town that you guys are in is perfect for those swap meets and stuff like that, because there's that history. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the weather.
Plus, you get there easier than I can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find random shit, but not like that, man.
Yeah.
But there is like retired Hollywood and entertainment people over, you know, where he's at 30 miles east of LA.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget you're not out that way anymore.
I am, but I'm not anymore. I don't know. Even then, as weird as it sounds, man, we living west of the 405, going east of the 405 is more difficult than you can ever imagine.
Dude, doesn't happen.
Right? Like, is the eagle flies? Sean and I were neighbors. We really weren't neighbors, dude.
Yeah.
Let's drive an hour and a half. Let's go 12 miles, an hour and a half, because yeah, we live right by each other, right?
Dude,
yeah.
It is. LA is brutal that way, man.
Yeah.
That's why you need to get one of those motorized bikes or skateboards.
A hoverboard that goes above traffic.
Yeah.
Helicopter.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, that would be awesome. All right, let me run through I got a short market report today for us to check out. Let's go ahead and run through this really quickly. Starting off with I'm fascinated on two things lately. Looking at 9.6s and looking at books that you can get under $500. This is a 9.6 Amazing Spider-Man 151, sold for $1,425 it had 38 bids too. Blew me away. Absolutely crazy.
That's beautiful.
Right?
Seems like a good deal too. I mean that's been posters and the wood paintings and shit in Bed Bath and Beyond, you know, like to hang up the canvas crap to hang up. That's like, it's iconic. Yeah. Even when it doesn't have all the word bubbles, or maybe just the logo and things like that. And it's been homaged so many times that I'm not even sure.
This is an homage. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one of the rarest Snake Eyes comics you'll ever see, the Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow 19 Purple Rain variant homage. Raw copy sold for $650 UK.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Tough book, man. Shout out Ben
Probably
Snyder.
about right. 700 ship.
Yeah.
in a bag and board like that.
Yeah,
God,
right.
I hope the next picture actually showed what the hell it looked like.
So here's an example of this $500 thing. When you can get a 7.5 Green Lantern 76 signed by Neil Adams in a 7.5, and it has the JSA, it looks so good with the JSA too, for less than $500.
Might only be signed by Giordano, but I agree.
Get Denny
Oh my
O'Neil
God.
and Neil Adams to sign it, and if you can get it for less than 500, I'm all over
Yeah.
books like this.
Well, it's just a great book, man.
Yeah.
The 705s are a really good grade for DC that era.
Yeah. I think it's one of the really neat things about the JSA labels is we're going to see a lot more just weird things pop up that people were like, they just happened to be at a show and had 3 dudes sign a book and they're like, cool. And then, now they get to have them authenticated. There are a lot more interesting things are going to pop up, and I'm excited to see it. Especially when people are like, hey, I got this like Steve Ditko is signed inside, people aren't going to find those, and it's rad.
Yeah. Next we have, we talked about, I think it was One Piece last week. This is Dragon Ball Volume 1, first printing, 9085, Japanese manga, graded by Beckett, I believe. $2,326. Right? I've never
BGS. I've never seen that.
Yeah, these are starting to show up pretty heavily now on my searches.
So that's how they grade manga? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Crazy, right? I haven't
Cool.
talked to Josh lately. That's one of the
for
things.
manga instead of, I don't know, comic books.
Yeah, I know. I know. And then this blew me away that I feel like whoever got this got a steal, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But Sensation Comics number 73, which is a 1948 comic, 1940s, early Wonder Woman. It's a classic Halloween cover, 3 witches in front of a moon, full moon. A 9.2, a CGC 9.2, sold for $1,900.
I have to look that up right now, dude.
Right?
Yeah, that doesn't. And a 9.2, that might be the highest grade there is. There's a good chance there is. Let's see. So that hasn't posted yet. There's a Mile High 9.6, which I don't know if that counts. And the last sale was 18 years ago. So 3,600 on a 9.6, which I think you throw it out the window.
Yeah.
A 9.2 2016 was 1,450 8 years ago, and Promise Collection 2022 was 1,800. I don't know, man. I think it has the super appeal. The full moon, Halloween 9.2. I haven't looked up the census, but there's only 2 9.2s and 1 9.6 that I've ever sold. So
wow, that's a fucking cool book.
Yeah, the same Mile High copy sold twice. The other time was 2002 for 2,400.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's insane.
And then the Mazzucchelli Batman Year One Artist Editions are still popping up on eBay. These are the ones that DC messed up and they're supposed to send to him, but they went out to customers. So Mazzucchelli, I think he got a couple of them. He didn't get all of them, obviously. And another one sold for $1,300. So next, some great Jim Lee books and an amazing Frazetta. Samurai Santa number 1, the famous first Jim Lee art, first Jim Lee cover, first Jim Lee anything, in a 9.8. Such a tough book to get that, that all black cover in a 9.8, which is freaking crazy. And he's back. Perfect timing. Was your ears burning?
Yeah.
a Samurai Santa number 1 in a 9.8, tough, all black, almost all black cover. In the places that that the spine is black, that's going to be tough book, tough book. And I don't know if I've ever seen a 9.8 of that. Have you ever had a high grade copy of that?
No.
Yeah, Nope.
Yeah, don't remember. Don't remember seeing one.
$700 for that. I don't know what the average on that is, but I'd be all over that. And then I love this Before Watchmen 1 in 200 of Dr. Manhattan. Before Watchmen, Dr. Manhattan #1. Crazy Jim Lee variant. And 9/8 sold for $300. And then one of the most beautiful covers ever, a Famous Funnies 210 Buck Rogers cover by Frazetta, just classic, and a 9/0 sold for $3,500. That's beautiful. That's fucking gorgeous. Hold on here. Next,
12 9/8 on that Samurai Santa.
oh wow,
Oh wow,
that's surprising. Yeah,
Yeah, that's still low.
look how good this looks. Again, that JSA freaking label. It's amazing what just a label on a CGC case can do to make something look more, like you want it. Daredevil 168 9/8 First Electra, signed by Frank Miller, JSA label, $1,800. That's such a cool book. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then here we go. A 0.5 green is restored, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
A 0.5 restored Marvel Mystery Comics #4, first Submariner cover, $5,000, 66 bids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And then here's a perfect example of what Clutch was talking about. Clutch and Leg were talking about on those G.I. Joe variants, or working with Skybound and getting those freaking cardstock. G.I. Joe Real American Hero #308, the Souza Micah San Diego variant from KRS, in a 10, $400. So there you go.
It's a great cover too.
It
Micah
is.
did a good job.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck. A CGC 9/8 Amazing Spider-Man 569 second printing. Really, really tough book. One of the best second printings of all time. I love when Marvel was doing the second printing interior art covers. And this is one of them. That's so great. First appearance of Anti-Venom. $645 for the 9/8, which is down, I imagine,
Oof.
pretty heavily. Yeah.
Yeah, but to be honest, that's one in my mind. It's overinflated plenty.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's cool. It's rare. It's the only reason it's a tough 9/8 is because nobody gave a shit about those second prints stayed on shelves for a while.
Yep.
They weren't begged and boarded. People dug past them. Were like, oh, that's the guy that's on there. That's not going to be collectible. They were wrong about that, but whatever. So it's just because it's only tough 9/8 because nobody wanted the book, not because it's printed any different than the first print or any other book of that era. So
The way they put the trade dress in that cover, though, made it look so good. You know how it's like behind his hand. Fuck. A newsstand, Mad Love 9/8 CGC 9/8, $1,000. That's a tough 9/8 too for a newsstand on that book. And then I think I talked about it a couple weeks ago, and told the story about the McFarlane Spiderwebs variant. And some people must have heard because they're starting to move. And this one was very interesting to me. It's a double signed McFarlane. Either they didn't see that he signed the knee and they sent it in, or they did it on purpose, but it has both the old school McFarlane SIG and the new school T McFarlane. It's a spider's web variant, the stamps on the back, and it's a signature series, and it's double signed. Maybe they did it just to get it in a signature series. I don't know, but it's kind of silly. But it sold for $300.
Surprising that they didn't catch that at CGC.
Yeah.
I
That's,
know.
right.
I think
They
they
need to watch this channel, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you window boxed it and sent it, or put it in front of them. right? I mean,
But even then, like when they're grading it, they should be able to see it. I'm also surprised he probably didn't. I mean, who knows? Like he may have called that out in the room and said, "Hey, check this out." You know, like
Yeah,
as he
Yeah, I was thinking that too. It's possible he just said fuck it.
yeah,
Like, hey, no, this is real.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have
It
shit.
doesn't say what does the label say?
I think it does say double sign. I think you're probably right on that. Let me look that
Oh,
up
wow.
here. Hold on.
Because there's a good chance because not all of his have had like the freaking label, you know?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look here. This is such a cool book that it's all going to get bought up on eBay. The ones that are out there now that people are finding out about it. They should have not talked about it. Yeah,
Or
that's a
yeah,
joke, you guys.
or
That's a joke.
bottom.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Oh no! If I really want something really bad and I haven't found it for years,
Oh, look, it just says
I
signed
don't
by
really
Todd
inform
McFarlane.
hundreds of people to scoop me.
They didn't catch it. It just says signed by Todd McFarlane on 1/17/23. They didn't catch it. And look, there's the back. It has the stamp.
It was during that when he did that sign event last year.
Oh my God! Yep, they didn't catch it. That's pretty crazy. This is going to be a even crazier book. Congratulations, whoever bought it.
Yeah,
I know,
it's a good price. It's fun.
I know Dog Joe hit me up and said he bought a 9.8 for like $250. Fuck. That's cool, dude. That's super cool. Right? All right, hold on here.
Yeah, but now just get the goddamn raw.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jay say that bitch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
$35. Well, dealer price.
Okay. We got more. So I think it was Topher that talked about this book getting crazy. This cartoons number 14, first appearance of Grim and Evil, and selling for a lot. This one sold for $300. Somebody that we know picked one up for pretty cheap from Canada, I remember seeing. And then this one in the middle, Amazing Spider-Man 316. It's a Mark Jewelers, but it's a PGX 9.6, sold for $550. Would you take a shot on that?
I need really good pictures.
Yeah.
But there's a chance. But honestly, they're not. They were known for overgrading like 16, 18 years ago in like bronze and more bronze, like in the 7.65 to like 8.0 range. People were being able to upgrade when they still had some freaking respect, and that most of them weren't trimmed. So
Yeah.
I've got a Ghost Rider number 1 that was graded in a PGX like 2004 or something, and goddamn if it doesn't look all of 9.2 to 9.6.
No.
And I'm just like, all right, as long as this bitch isn't trimmed, and I'm like, even if it is, man, like it's a 7.5, just go with it. I measured it; it looks pretty good. So
Yeah.
Does
Here's
this company still exist? Is PGX still around?
yeah, hell yeah, dude, fastest
What?
grading you can get.
Oh shit.
Let's go.
what is the turnaround time on PGX?
Fast, dude.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
fast.
like, what if everybody just sent you their books? How long would it take you to grade a book if you didn't have to be CGC?
Yeah.
12 to 14 seconds per book. One guy to make sure all the pages are there.
It doesn't matter what it said, what the grade is, right? So because it's a PGX, so fuck it, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, dude.
There's no accountability. So yeah, whatever.
Is this the best Mechanika cover ever?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. Gamora number 2, 1 in 25.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
This is Metina pre-scandal.
Yep.
Pre-scandal Metina.
Yep. This was a $300 book back then. You know. I have a CBCS 9.8 and a CGC 9.8 signature series, and I'm so mad I didn't sell them off back then.
Yeah, they were what?
That's a joke too, you
They're
guys.
double that.
Yeah, dude, those were crazy.
That's a beautiful book. I mean, it's the only thing. Okay, so my only thing with that. So like, the face is really good. The face just is like slightly not Gamora to me. Anybody can take this for. You tell me I'm wrong, and I'll be wrong. I'm not so haughty that I give a shit. But I'm just telling you, she looks. I don't know, like an older milfy RBF with Turner skin green.
I'll say this: Gamora is a fucking cool character, dude. She's a cool character,
dude. Tony Stark hit it. in the Marvel now Guardians of the Galaxy, dude.
Oh,
you have some Martian loving.
Moving on.
They carried a lot of shit to the movies. They did not carry Tony.
They did not. No,
but it would have been better if they did. It would have been a lot cooler if you did.
Thunderwing Pretenders from 1988.
Oh yeah.
$3,000 for that thing. That's nuts. I remember those boxes back in the day. I so remember those. I had a buddy, he was a Transformers fiend. That's all he cared about toy wise. So he had every single Transformer. And I remember the Pretenders. I wasn't a fan of the Pretenders, but every Transformer fan was. I just didn't like them.
By the way, that Stellar Wheeljack lab is pretty awesome. They have craziest stuff.
I agree. This is crazy. One of the toughest superpowers figure we talk about all the time, the Cyborg figure. This is just the card with the bubble, not even the figure, sold for $239.
Wow.
Yeah. And then a Sky Striker Night Force version, the Boomer from the Sears catalog. Just the jet. I don't know if it had any of it. It looks like it has 2 missiles, maybe. Sold for $680.
Yeah, Toys R Us exclusives.
Yeah, I gotta love them.
Wow.
You guys remember these? The food fighters? Yeah. Sealed.
Like shit.
Dude, $455.
I wonder why that one happens to be worth more than the others.
Chip the Ripper.
It's poop.
I know. Oh, it looks like poop. Yeah.
The Clutch called it, dude. It's straight shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, food fighter, but it's poo.
The Pepsi Optimus Prime. This was a promo, right, through Pepsi. So toy companies used to do these promos all the time back in the day, because I remember my dad worked for Campbell's Soup, and not toy companies. I mean, they would do these types of premiums, they call them, and there were so many crazy Campbell Soup ones I remember getting as a kid, and they did the same thing for Pepsi back in the day, and this is the Canadian Pepsi variant for $2,500. That's a cool fucking looking.
New?
That's awesome.
Is that a like an
old
unopened
back
one?
in the day? Yeah. G1.
Huh.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1999 Sonic the Hedgehog figure with the golden ring sold for almost $300. $288 on 40 bits. These Sonic figures toys sell for so much. Same with the Mario toys, like the Koopas, the different little Koopas.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was in Japan 2 weeks ago, and they had these. Just speaking of Mario, they had these vending machines. I got to show these to you.
Yeah, what are those things called? They got a special name.
Panties, right?
Gotcha or
something like that.
Pokemon.
She's fancy. Yeah. So
I heard just Mao Huang or used panties are the only things that are in.
Yeah.
they
Farts
had
in the
some.
jar.
I went to the Nintendo store in Tokyo, and they had these machines, and they had like bits and pieces. I mean, they were like pieces of Famicom and Nintendo controllers, but it'd be like just the buttons on a square, or just the cross like control pad, or just the select and start button. So they had like the old school controller, they had the old school Famicom controller, and then they had another machine that had the GameCube pieces
Oh,
and
wow.
they were pretty sick, and the N64. So you could just get like the little stick, control
Yeah.
stick.
Could you put them
But it's
together?
No, they're just keychains to go on your.
Oh, that's cool.
crazy.
Yeah.
But there was like this long line, like everybody. It was funny to kind of show my age, because nobody was really in line for the NES controller keychains, but everybody was in line for the GameCube and the N64.
Those are really big right now. Big. It's like a big, huge thing. There's a certain name for that type of toy that's in those, like, the little coin things.
Yep. I should know this, man. It starts. I think it's like gotcha or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Somebody's gonna probably correct me.
Yeah, Clutch said that too. Yeah, gotcha something.
Yeah.
Check out this Freddy Krueger blacklight poster. Fucking awesome. Yeah.
Like straight
Yeah,
up.
gotcha. They're called gotcha. GACHA.
Okay. Yeah, that blacklight poster, man, would have haunted my dreams as a kid. If I would have seen that, I'd have been like, oh my God. This is crazy to me. I don't know how this is, guaranteed that it's real, but if it's real, this is awesome. Stage used Kurt Cobain Nirvana pick. $200 for that thing. I'd have paid $200 cash. Like, fucking, here you go. I'd push people out of the way for that thing if it was guaranteed that, it came from a stage used concert. Why would you sell that? I wouldn't sell that.
I mean, does something look wrong with that? Like, it looks like it's spelled KU.
I spelled his name wrong, but did he do that as a stage name?
Yeah, he would do that. He would do shit like that all the time.
He would do that?
Yeah, he would do that. Yeah. I don't know if it's real. Though.
Irony.
Yeah. Yeah. It's spelled CURDT or KURDT KOBAIN. No C's. He would do weird shit like that, so I wouldn't put it past him.
He wanted to fuck with the authenticators like 30 years later.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, how about a Jimi Hendrix autograph? Damn. That's something you don't ever see.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if like Topps bought that so they can put it into one of their cut auto.
They should. Yeah, if I was working for Topps, that's what I would do. I'd scour fucking eBay. Oh, you can't verify it though. That's the problem, right?
You could be.
I could say DNA, right?
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, they definitely can by now.
Yeah. Well,
dude, by the era, the scans, the signature, dude, they can do that.
Speaking of that, check this out. This is a letter. Do you guys know who Mel Torme is? You remember? Yeah, Mel Torme. Yeah, was that Alf? That always like Mel Torme. Night Court. Yeah, Night Court. Yeah. Harry was a Mel Torme fan. Yeah. So this is a letter from Mel Torme to Jerry Lewis, and it's a scathing letter. So I figured we'd read it. Dear Jerry, this letter has been a long time coming. What has triggered it was a call to me here at the Fairmont, where I'm appearing, from Harvey Rothman of Caesars, about the upcoming Joe Louis benefit telethon in May. Your name came up somehow, and suddenly a whole flood of memories opened up in my brain, many of them not so pleasant. At this point, you can go on reading, or you can use it for toilet paper, although I think it would be a bit hard on your tush. This is fucking awesome, dude. Are you kidding me? Several months ago, when we appeared on the Griffin Show and sang our duet for the umpteenth time, we hatched a plot to play Caesar's Palace together the following September. You told me to call you the next day, which I did, and you confirmed the deal, assuring you would do the negotiating for me, money, billing, etc. You also confessed. You also confided you had a 3-year deal and finished the conversation by saying explicitly, "So, Melvin, you'll come in with me for the next 3 years." You immediately followed up that phone conversation with a letter of confirmation, which I still have, and with the admonition not to call you, that we had a deal and that you would contact me shortly to tell the actual date. Isn't it funny how, like, when you get older, all these scathing letters and scathing things is always about money that you were supposed to make together? You know? Now then, sports fans, I've never heard from you again, and the next time I saw you was in early November of last year when I walked in on your Robert K. Dornan interview. My reason for showing up on that stage was simple. Sammy and I had just completed the movie game, and when I finally won it, he stalked out of the studio like a spoiled child without saying goodnight to me or anyone else. I was furious with him because since you had obviously defaulted on our deal, I had agreed to go into Reno and Vegas with him on the 2-man show basis. And he just keeps going. But
Jesus,
like, look at this. I can not reconcile myself to the fact Jerry Lee Lewis would go back on his word, or that he would be so bloody rude to me on a television show that on the successive Sundays it aired, no less than a half a dozen phone calls were elicited from friends of mine and yours, almost all of whom said to me, well, what's the hell is with Jerry? I thought you and he were friends. That's the other thing. Like, it still happens today, but instead of being through letters, it's a text.
Yeah.
Why is this guy fucking talking shit about you? You know, like, what the fuck? This is crazy. How much do you think it sold for?
Wild shit. Sounds like comic books.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't Jerry Lee Lewis. Jerry Lewis from
the Telethon guy.
Telethon, dude. Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking of. The
$300 for that letter. This is super cool right here. If this is real, I don't know how it could be, but if it is, this is probably the coolest thing that I've seen in a long time. Charles Dickens' original ticket stubs from a reading that he did in 1868.
What?
Yeah. The guy who wrote Christmas Story or whatever, Christmas Tale, or what is that tale again?
Well, a lot of fucking things.
Yeah, a lot of fucking things. 1868, 2 tickets. Boston, Massachusetts.
Mr. Charles Dickens, dude. 150 fucking years ago.
That's fucking crazy, right? All right, check this out. This is dope. We go from Charles Dickens to G.I. Joe. These are one of the coolest things that G.I. Joe put out back in the day, and it has one of the coolest all-time sculpts for a figure. I still have him today. I've kept him all these years. His name Night Vulture. These are the like hang glider things that G.I. Joe put out. And this is the figure right here. This is Night Vulture, purple and orange. I loved it. But these are all of them, all the Joe ones and the 2 Cobra ones. 2 Cobra.
Are these the ones that had the parachutes?
No. These are airfoil gliders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the backs. And Night Vulture is such a fucking cool figure. Is this it? Yeah. Let me see if they show it up close. Here it is. Look at this. Such a cool looking figure. Almost Snake Eyes looking. Right? Like they used a Snake Eyes sculpt or something. They used different parts. But just such a cool figure. I don't have the original backpack and gun. But all 4 of these sold for $222.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I feel like somebody got a really good deal. This is one of the greatest ever exclusive convention G.I. Joe sets. This is the Crimson Strike team. It has the twins, the Baroness in red variant, and the coolest Vipers ever, the red Vipers. Check these guys out. These are so badass. So there's the cover. And look at them. Already look at how badass those look. The red ones. I have the a loose Baroness and a loose twins and like 3 loose Vipers.
Where the fishnets at?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, these Joe
Right.
collection sets were so cool for the longest time. Like,
Yeah.
so awesome that they got to do it. They did so many fun things. Like when they would do the parachute drops at the show, and they just drop those figures from the top. Like, so awesome.
Cool. Yeah, so fucking cool. I agree with you, bro. They did some really cool things. I like the Headhunter set too. So that sold for $1,000.
Yeah, it sounds bad. It's dead on.
Yep. Speaking of Joe's, whoever got this got really lucky, I think. This is the original 82, or the original G.I. Joe case. I have one of these, but I don't have it with all the cards, all the figures, and all the weapons. Look,
$305 is a steal,
dude.
I think.
There's
that's crazy.
V1 Snake Eyes. Cobra Commander is a little, it doesn't have the Cobra symbol on his chest. It's all the V1 figures except the Silver Grand Slam that came with the jump pad, but every other one these are all the version 1 figures.
It looks like who's it down there? Is that Bazooka or Grunt that's got a missing thumb?
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, $300.
It's a $300 is a great price.
Yeah. And it comes with the vehicles. It comes with the, I mean,
Vamp, RAM,
look at that.
and the jetpack pad. That's awesome.
All the weapons. The only thing it's missing is the Silver Grand Slam, right? With the grunt head. That's unbelievable. Look at that. All of them. And the Cobra figure has its Cobra symbol on it. I wonder if that was like an original Mickey Mouse too. That would be amazing. And the Cobra, what was it, like a commander? Not a commander, a
Officer.
Yeah. Without its one, but that only sold for $300. So congratulations, whoever got that. This is cool. Star-Studded Comics #1 by Texas Trio. It's a fanzine from 1963. Sold for $305. Dr. Weird, the Astroman, Defender, the Changeling. Fanzines were crazy back in the day. That was the internet before the internet. And if you were a fan of that shit, you signed up. I don't know if there's anybody famous that drew in this, but it went for $300. This is weird. Famous Monsters subscription edition. Only 4 ever graded. This is the highest one ever graded. And I feel like they got a low amount because they didn't have their #1 picture being that. You know?
Yeah.
So only 4 subscription outer cover folded back for display purposes. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I've said that if you check out what is it, Creepy?
I didn't know
What's
that
that one?
CGC would do that.
Do what?
So the subscription cover has these like a blank cover over the top, right?
Right.
So see, it says here on this subscription cover, outer cover folded back for display purposes.
Well, I didn't know that either. I had no idea, to tell you the truth.
Well, I didn't know. That's crazy. Highest graded, $400. Next, one of my favorite things about this era of comics is Marvel was about ready to go bankrupt, and they dropped their print run on comics really down low, but it had some of the best like covers at the time, and the Punisher run was one of the best. They had these great Mark Texeira like painted covers, and with the female Punisher, and this is one of them. This is issue number 75. And remember, whenever you see those boxes like that with that number and the month underneath, you know it's a low print run Marvel book. And this one has a sketch by Mark Texeira on it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So cool.
That's super fucking cool.
And it's a 9.8, sold for $325.
Do we have to somehow go back through this era of art? There was a lot of good stuff, especially Teixeira. And then, I don't know, bring some of these covers a little more to light. Because
Agree.
the print runs are, comparatively pretty low
I agree, dude.
for the dark era.
This is a John Byrne original page to Avengers West Coast number 57. Scarlet
Nice.
Witch, Quicksilver, Magneto. That's crazy, man. Here's the original. Just under $2,000, $1,900. Here you go. Look at this leg. Mad Magazine original Harvey Kurtzman thumbnail art for Wally Wood story, Super Duper Man.
Wally Wood and Kurtzman? Okay.
Mhm.
Well, but it's the thumbnail art?
Yeah, just by Kurtzman, I think.
That's freaking cool, man. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Planning
that's
it all
amazing.
out. This is them creating the whole thing.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
100%, dude.
this would look-
I got some Sean OA. You gotta, it hasn't arrived yet.
Oh,
It's supposed to be
nice.
tomorrow. So I have to show you guys something cool
Ooh.
next week. I'm hoping. Please
Nice.
come in the shape that it's supposed to. I think it's from the
$5,000.
artist though, so I think they're used to it.
This would look so good in a frame, and you would leave all this exposed. It would just look
Oh,
so
100%.
cool in a frame.
Yeah.
$5,000 for that. All right, here you go, Vinny. Boys Club, every issue of Boys Club.
First Pepe.
Yep. 9.6,
Oh boy. dude.
9.8 for number 1,
Jimmy Linguini's back. I told him he was freaking insane.
9.4.
know, man. I
Here
listened to that
we
shit.
are.
This is like the
Here
one thing I
we
didn't buy from that era.
I'm
Oh,
gonna find my copies.
Please, yeah. It's
The
a good
greatest
time. You gotta
meme
buckle up.
ever created right here. It sold for $1,800.
Dang.
that is
Yeah.
wild.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah,
Wow.
super cool. And then finally, this was interesting to me. How about the entire run of the boys, 1 through 72, with a signed copy of number 1?
Wow. That's not
The
bad at all.
entire run. 72 issues. That's a lot of fucking issues, man.
It's
Yeah.
pretty
Bunch
good.
Yeah, this is a great fucking price to me.
And Derek Robertson told us DM him. His DMs are off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
I think it was just because Dennis was there, probably.
Why? Because I had a Hulkamania hat on.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, you had a
That was
Hulkamaniac
both,
hat.
and Dennis's hat.
Yeah. Yeah, Dennis had a hat that said "Make Comics Great Again."
Yeah, and I had a Hulkamania hat. He's like, I'm all, dude. I've been a whole. He asked me a dumb question. I'm not gonna repeat. I was like, bro, I've been a Hulkamaniac since 1984, bro. Just let me be, okay?
This is so great, though, dude. The whole run. This is you forget how many issues this actually had, and I love how like later in the run when they would get to anniversary issues, they would do homages of the first issue. Let's see here. I think
Boys had a lot of good covers.
yeah, man, such a great series.
And you know what? I mean, I know this series is so good to me. I love Garth. I mean, not just this series, but I was getting at a little more as Preacher, and Preacher hit Netflix like in the last couple months. So I restarted Preacher, but I was, a fan of the writing and a fan of the show more than a lot of people. And they got away with a good amount on AMC, in my opinion. And so I absolutely loved Preacher. So I'm sort of enjoying rewatching it while I work and stuff like that.
I got to show you one more thing for the market report that's going to fucking blow you guys away. Vinny, I'm glad you're here for this. $200,000. A CGC 10 pristine pocket monster Pokemon Alpha prototype proof of concept Pikachu.
Oh, I saw this. I saw this on IG.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah. They were saying that that's like the prototype card for that, for playing from 95, which predated like the original cards, right? Like
How much did that card that Logan Paul bought have, the director
When he
card or
wears?
what? Then when
I
he
don't know,
wears,
dude.
was that like
Oh,
$1
you got
million?
the artist one or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was over. I think it
How
was a
does
couple-
this not sell for over that?
like early prototype stuff in like Magic it's a very niche like collector group, it's the guys who really know it, and it's because it's just like, they're not the coolest looking cards and they're not the iconic piece.
Yeah.
I think like when Vinny talks a lot about like finding like really early like Japanese stuff, it's like people aren't onto it yet, and then like they catch up like, oh shit, I should have figured this out years before. So
Yeah, because I saw this, Brian, and I started doing some digging, and there's all types of other Pokemon cards that predated, and I've been into Pokemon cards because my son is, my
Yeah.
6-year-old is, but I've been looking at stuff that predated the original series, and there were like stickers, there were things like fan club ones, or like some, I haven't like mastered it yet, I guess, like from a knowledge perspective, but I have been digging and trying to find stuff when it comes to Pokemon cards recently. So I think this kind of jump started it, or something like this, a post like this jump started it.
Oh man, that's just fucking super cool to me. I
Yeah,
love.
I think the artist gifted it, or somebody gifted it to the guy, because I saw his post. I follow him on IG.
I feel like we talked about this at some point. These old New England comics newsletters that had the Wolverine. We talked about this recently. I saw this on IG. This Wicked Hot Chowda. He
Of course,
has.
it's Wicked Hot Chowda selling New England comic
Yep.
newsletters, right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Look at that. I mean, this is so cool. I don't know how much these sell for, but I know they're rare, especially in that grade. Both of those would be super cool to own. But, yep, that is the market report. So, Vinny, Japan, how was that, bro? I know you did some digging over there. I saw you actually scored some cool shit over there too at some point, right?
I did. I'll maybe I'll try to bring it like next week because I'm out of town. But yeah, I was out of the country for work, but in between meetings, I would try to just do shit. I will say this: when I'm traveling, I'll go hit shops, and I find it like to be a great way to explore the city, actually, because you end up finding like different parts of town, you end up finding different restaurants. Like, so I'll just be all over the city just looking for shit, but then I'll see different parts of the city. But in Singapore, there's this 80-something-year-old man who has in some market, he has a comic book stand. And I went last year, and he just has them all hanging haphazardly everywhere. But if you look inside his booth, there's like so many other comics inside. But I went again this year. He's like a little too old to run his booth, so his 65-year-old daughter is running it now. And so she was like, I was telling her about her father, from the year prior, and she was like, you know what? I'm gonna dig some comic books out of here for you just because you came and saw him before. So she kept on pulling these things out, but she was like, I can only pull out but so many. I'm not gonna, she pulled out maybe 400 or 500, and then she was like, that's enough, for now. But I was going through them, and I found the one thing that I thought was cool, because they're all $3 a piece. I found the Lobo #1, like the first like black superhero book.
Yep.
Found that
Rare,
which I thought was cool. Yeah. So I found that, and then I didn't do much digging in Korea, but in Japan, I hit all the video game shops that I could. I hit Mandarake. I hit there's card shops everywhere, by the way, tons of sports card shops, stuff like that. I ended up buying Japanese baseball cards for my son. Ended up finding like one of like the early BBM Shohei Ohtani rookies.
Wow, really?
Yeah, for the 2013. He had 3 cards from that set. I found one of them. In one of
Was
the
it
stores.
expensive?
It wasn't bad. It was like $50.
Oh my
So I went ahead
god,
and bought it.
dude.
Yeah. And then the last day I did a meeting in this mall, and it's the same mall that has a Nintendo store and the Pokemon store. I had a meeting in the food court downstairs. Then I went upstairs to go make this custom Pokemon shirt for my son. But it was like this whole thing. You had to wait 45 minutes in line, design your shirt, and then wait another 60 minutes for the shirt. And I had to then get out and go straight to the airport.
Wow.
So when that happened, I went downstairs and I'm just walking around just aimlessly, and I found this sort of pop-up store that had all these video games. That's where I found like all the rarest shit. It was crazy. I found a gold cartridge Punch Out, which was like you won it from like a tournament. So they had that there. They had a super clean Pokemon Red. They had a first print Super Mario Brothers.
Wow.
They had a mail away version of Pokemon Blue, like the rare. Like I was like, how does this guy have all this ultra rare shit and he doesn't even know? It was all priced like
cheap
at super reasonable prices. So I was like, I'll take that, and that.
Score, dude. It's awesome.
That surprises me. That would be cheaper over there. I feel like it'd be more expensive.
It pays to know what you're doing.
But I will say that was my best score, and it was kind of like the guy who didn't really know what he had, but everywhere else in the city, like, I mean, it's all cleaned out, man. I couldn't find anything. The only thing that I did find, this annoyed the hell out of me, I found a motherboard for Donkey Kong, which, in my opinion, is like the Donkey Kong arcade machine from 1982 or 1981 or whatever. In my opinion, that would technically be the first appearance of Mario from the arcade machine. So I was like, let me buy this fucking PCB. He had it up there. So I go to, I'm at the store and I said, how much is this? And they were like, oh, well, we don't know. The guy who does the arcade machines is not here. You'd have to come back on Monday. So I was like, okay, will he give me a price on Monday? He was like, oh, sure. I'm sure he will. I come back on Monday and then I was like, and I'm like typing back and forth on an iPad trying to talk to this guy on Google Translate. And I'm like, how much is this PCB board? I've been looking for this. I was actually looking for it the year prior. And he was like, oh, it needs to be repaired. I haven't put it for sale yet. And I was like, that's cool. I can buy it and then I'll just get it repaired in the US. And he was like, then he went away, came back, and he was like, well, I think I'm only going to sell it in Japan. And I was like, that's cool. When you fix it, I'll have my friend come by it. And then he goes away and he comes back again. He's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to sell it. I was like, this guy does not want to sell it to me.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So
that's like, shitty, dude.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than that.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Tell him your wife is Japanese.
What's that?
Tell him your wife is Japanese. She was born in the basement of that store.
Dude, I just think you want to see.
And her lifelong dream was to have that PCB.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm like overvaluing it in my mind, but I do feel like that would be what I would consider the first appearance.
Yeah.
Like above.
Yeah.
The next thing I would think would be the Game & Watch. And then after that, like, whatever.
Yeah, that's cool, dude.
Like that, yeah.
So, where do you have any plans to go back now? You gonna go back to that store?
I mean, I'm
with
doing
the mask
work.
on.
Yeah. I mean, man, it's gonna be gone next year when I go back.
Yeah.
So, it sucks.
Yeah. No. You got any pickup, Sean? Leg?
I do. Yeah.
All right.
Out of just a quick few, so I got in the order from Flops, who I think we all kind of check out and such. So I was throwing a few of whatever. So it ended up, and sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you, I forget what exactly what I buy and exactly what it comes. Will come with the stuff, so it comes with the mini comics. But I know I bought a couple of the Happy Goth Girls that are actually comic sized.
Oh wow.
Sort of love the art that he does. I forget which one this one is, but it was still available, so I grabbed it too. Um, we'll note that I have to sign everything now, which didn't. I was like, oh sweet, putting out comic size content. All comics they're all signed. So there's that. So I want to grade them, but I don't know if JSA and such like that. That'd be like cool. People don't really list them for sale, so maybe still just mostly doing what we do with whatever, but always comes with these cards, and I love the art, so happy to get them. Different style. Every time comes out with something new, I have people text me with them. So we have them here. Same with the big ones.
So good.
The spider punk is fucking sick, dude.
Nice.
How good is that?
He said he's down to come on the show.
Oh, I'd love to have him on the show. I'd love to know more about him.
Yeah.
Or maybe my friends know more about him and I just don't. And that's why I get all of it. Also, yeah, the other thing with him shipping an envelope with a cut off cereal top box from the UK.
Yeah.
Kind of bangs up the corners on everything that you
Yeah,
get,
that's not good.
which is when you order a bunch of stuff, it's not too bad. But I mean, there's just mega crease right here.
Oh,
Bent back that just like
that's heartbreaking.
I can't fix it. Like, is it cool? Like, I'm just I like 9.8 stuff. I like to grade stuff. I like it. Everybody's had pictures of me waving butts in the air. But there you go. I told you in last week I was gonna buy more of these. I haven't seen. I don't think the prices have gone up. I think there were a bunch, but I did put the money where the mouth is, at least. Where I thought this Fui. I'm gonna say the name wrong.
Fuimara.
Fumara. Okay.
Yeah.
This Poison Ivy. I thought this would be getting more love by now, but I haven't completely checked. I was gonna buy everything for 20 to 25 on eBay, and then I just thought against it because I thought it'd be a better way to spend my
I'm surprised
money.
that didn't hit too.
All in down. So I'm sorry, but I still think it will.
Yeah.
I think this thing's badass. So I think
agree.
it's gorgeous. The skull's perfect. This bag and board's not the best. We showed it live, so I had to show that my Deadpool Aviation Gin is here.
So dope.
So that we watch this. If you guys watched last week, you'll see this aviation. It's empty. So, but it seems to be sealed.
Did you see this, Vinny?
It looked like he was holding it when he was drawing it. So he did the life. So he did the Deadpool. Obviously, he did the signature, but Liefeld's his other signature is the chisel signature, which where it says Liefeld, obviously. So he does that. So the Aviation American Gin Pool limited, Deadpool limited edition. And as far as how he could have peeled this could have been peeled, emptied, and come back, but I'm pretty sure that the seal hasn't been broken, because even though there's the wear on it, it definitely hasn't been broken at the top. It would have had to have been peeled back and then put back. And I don't feel like that. I don't feel like I can get it off right now. And I'm sure he didn't give enough of a shit to glue it.
That's so cool.
That's cool, man. I love that. That's so
great.
great.
So having him doing so, and I'm sorry for less than $200 or whatever to have this on there. I mean, he charges a lot for a lot of the shit, so I thought it was cool. There's no way in hell. It was kind of annoying that this was $35 to get the freaking to get the sticker and to get this.
You had to get you're getting a second signature. He's not going to do that for free.
Yeah.
But dude, he didn't have to sign it.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm just saying, he was selling $20 raw comics with his signature for that. And I got one more thing. Had a wonderful Sunday to see the last NoFX show ever. So
that's awesome, bro.
Awesome.
Wow. Had to come with the skate deck for that on the final tour.
Were you at the one where what's his name from Pennywise broke all the guitars?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dope, dude.
I was, and yeah, so I was there watching that, not far from behind in the crowd, and yeah, so that was a final Fletcher from
Fletcher
Pennywise.
from Pennywise. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the final. So this and they had a no effects Rat Fink zip up hoodie.
Oh,
I'm not gonna like show you clothes I bought on here. Yeezy Yee does he did get a final tour shirt. That's in the mail.
that's dope.
I thought he'd be here today, but like so here we go. So that was it. And also so at my also at the new house, I'm making a skateboard wall. So
That's dope.
this had to go. You have to negotiate with the female and be like, I just want this wall.
Speaking of
And they're like,
skateboards,
it's gonna have skateboards hung all the way across it. So,
speaking of skateboards, if you guys don't know, Sean has the beautiful Jim Phillips Screaming Hands Santa Cruz hat on, which is fucking awesome.
and this skateboard deck is going to go on it. So I do have a Screaming Hand that's gonna go on that.
That's dope.
It's a reissue, but yeah. there you
Yeah.
go. So,
That's
yeah.
fucking cool. All right. I got a couple of things that I want to show you guys art wise before we call it a night. I found some of these, they kind of surprised me that I'd never seen before. This is from Dave Rossetti's IG. He says, I remember this album came out in summer. It was really hot outside. I watched it. I don't remember this. Is this a Slipknot comic book that they did for Iowa? I mean, what
that,
is
like,
this?
inside the?
I don't know. I've
Book,
never.
maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I like. If there's any fans out there that have the CD, look. But if this is going to be a comic book, I want to know, or if this guy just did this because look at all these. He does a Deftones comic style. If this is just his art, I don't. It could be just his art, and he's like maybe making comics. He does a Korn one. I don't know.
So
It's really interesting. So we'll have to see. But anyways, next, look at this. This is crazy. The original cover of Machiavelli, Tupac's Machiavelli, the art was put out on IG. Have you guys ever seen this?
yeah, I just
Sorry?
saw it, yeah.
This is the original back cover to Machiavelli by Tupac. The art for it that they didn't put on there. It's got Notorious B.I.G., Puff Daddy,
And Dre.
and Dre. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. It's
This
Dre.
is nuts.
He's selling prints of it too.
This guy is selling prints of this. Unreal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. Did
I didn't realize
any
it was Dre. That's why I was. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that was Dre either.
did any of these get put out? Do we know? Is there
I've never seen that.
original pressings
No,
maybe?
he's just releasing it now just to show what it was.
Oh, wow.
You think it's real?
Yeah. He's the artist who did the cover.
To Machiavelli?
Yeah.
Yup.
Of him on the cross.
Okay.
Fucking nuts,
I mean,
man.
And I remember at one point I was trying to reach out to that guy Joe Cool who did I think it's like Snoop Dogg's cousin who did the Doggy Style album cover and all that. I was trying to reach out and see if I could buy his original art.
That would have been cool, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Next, this is good, big news. We're going to be talking about this in our next OA show. Very first story page appearance of Deadpool is making its auction debut next month, Heritage Auctions.
With the nutters on?
What?
He had nutters on.
Oh, he does? Where? Right here?
His little pants are kind of nutter. You know?
Oh, yeah.
More on the next page, but whatever. Compacted. For all the muscles they drew, they sure drew a lot of dickless motherfuckers back in the 90s, dude.
Yeah, for real. So many.
Jesus, dude. That's crazy. I wonder how much that's going to go for. And then this is pretty crazy. I'm a big fan of art of Skinner. If you guys don't know Skinner on IG, famous artist, he did this this is in Oakland at 18th and Peralta. Look at this. This is amazing.
Wow.
Look at the sides of it.
So cool.
Beautiful. So that
good.
right?
Wow.
Amazing. Then this was Ryan Otley's. This is a sketch, a Walking Dead sketch. Look at this. Are you kidding? That is so fucking good. I don't know if this was at LA Comic Con. Maybe it was. I know Drew was at LA Comic Con. Were you guys at LA Comic Con?
Sean and I both missed.
You know?
Yeah.
Rich Rare, I wouldn't even can dream of it, but the weekend before having 4 days in Vegas and then getting a ride, getting going to that No Effect show.
Yeah.
On Sunday. That was a face value general admission for 2 was $500.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. Just saying.
One off. Hopefully they don't come back and do another one. I mean, it'd be cool for
They
fans that never
sold,
saw them.
My Katie got one, my girlfriend Jet. It said it's got No Effects Reunion Tour 2028 t-shirt. She bought one.
That's
pretty hilarious. They
So
said
cool.
it during the show there at the end. So the 2028, they're all, no, this is the last one. But like watching it, dude, watching Fat Mike, you're like, come on, bro. You're not done. You're just the rich one. You like to party too much. I'm like, you know what? A freaking Smelly still needs some money, man. I don't know. I was just not feeling it. Like it was
Wasn't
great,
that good?
No,
It was?
I know. I loved it. I
Okay.
wasn't feeling it like that.
That they're
I'm like,
done.
this doesn't need to be like when you're done. You're not Rolling Stones.
They
you
won't
know?
be. Yeah, they won't be.
But they do. They sold the t-shirts are 40 something. That's the thing with the skateboard. I was like, do you have us? People have these skateboard decks. Do you have them? They weren't on the wall. And the dude's like, yeah. They come. Yeah. He's like, let me check, because they kept going around this fence, which is ridiculous. They had like 15 styles of t-shirts plus the other band stuff. And dude, the designs were pretty sick, dude. And I'm like, he goes around, he comes back with a board, and I'm like, hold on. How much though? I'll make sure this isn't a $200 skateboard. He's like, oh, it's like $78 or $80. Oh, that yeah. That's about what I expect to pay for a deck, dude. You know, that's not marked up double like a freaking t-shirt. You know, so anyway, it was that, but yeah, but I mean that was so. But it was 3 days. Wasn't ever gonna do 3 days. Only gonna do the last show. They tried to not overlap the songs really, which didn't make it as quite as great. Just for me, just because I wish there was a couple more songs I would have heard. But yeah, so doing like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, different people. Sunday was Vandals, Pennywise, Subhumans, a few other people. But great day, San Pedro, sun coming down over the ocean. It was
beautiful.
It was a good finale for No Effects, man.
Awesome.
You know.
I think this might be the best sketch cover for a Walking Dead book sketch I've ever seen.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah. Speaking of Walking Dead, there you go.
Yeah, dude.
All right. Scotty Young put this out. Did you guys know about these? Check this out. Yeah.
That's great.
I didn't at all.
This is amazing.
Issues that I never get tired of signing. This was my first comic ever. I got hired on really last second to fill in for Carl Kerschel. So last second that Carl's name was still on the cover. Me and my friend Greg Titus worked on the interiors of that. So that's a first. Interiors. This is interesting because it's the first time that I wrote a comic. I did half this issue, wrote and drew a Monster Frankenstein story. John Barber called me up and asked me to draw a Legion of Monsters story. I said, I'd love to. Do you think I could write it? And his answer was, sure, don't F it up. So I was like, okay, that's it. And so I went off and I wrote this cool Frankenstein story and drew it. So that was the first time I wrote and drew my own comic that got published. So yeah, I never get tired of signing these two.
All these years, man, being a fan like that, didn't have a freaking clue that werewolf cover was his, man.
Or the Iceman. I had no clue. I thought Digital Webbing #1 was his first.
I'm a werewolf collector though, so
yeah.
Only one surprised me because I don't know shit about that Iceman. So.
Yeah, man, that's super crazy. And then, all right, so there's an artist on IG. I've talked about him before on here. Goes by Cam Rackham, Cameron Mirayekta. And this dude is one of the best fucking artists on IG. He's one of the best artists out there. I bought a bunch of stuff from him. He does this thing. I've got a few articles too. Yeah, dude, he is fucking amazing, dude. The thing that he does where I think he does this every Halloween. I feel like he did it last Halloween too, but I could be wrong. But he's been getting these little toys, and he takes the toys and he paints them. And he does these badass. I mean, look at this. Check this out. Oh no. These are actual toys. I want to show you guys the toys. Let's see if I can find them. Let's see if it does this. Come on. All right. Yeah. See, it's an actual toy, and then he paints them, and he sells the originals. So you can buy these. Have you bought any of these, Clutch? Oh my God, dude. Are you kidding me? Look at this.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's tight.
Oh, that's so good, bro.
Fuck yeah.
I'm super jealous.
I have a Reese's peanut butter cup here somewhere too. I can't find it.
My favorite one is the eyeball, this eyeball right here, and the hand. I like the hand one. So I haven't bought any.
This is my favorite.
Wow, hold on. Dude, this is so cool, bro.
Hold on, it's not focusing.
Oh, yeah, it's just a little peanut butter cup.
It's like a tiny little cup.
Look at the frame, dude.
Yeah, the frame's he's killer.
Yeah, who's the artist on this?
Cam Rackham.
Yeah, I've got a couple. I have like, we have 2 of his skull paintings as well in the house.
So
yeah,
here's,
so good.
I didn't buy any of the original one-offs. You can buy them 400, 300, 300. They're small. I like this hand one. This one's sold 365. There's only a couple. They all sold. Everyone sold out except for the foot one.
The small ones sell fast because they're a reasonable price. Like the bigger ones, like
I'm a piece of shit. He had a whole fucking display at the NoFX concert Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I paid absolutely no attention to that.
Well,
yeah, I saw anything.
Yeah. So I bought this. This is gorgeous. $85. There's only, I think, 100 of them. It's just beautiful, dude. If you guys remember, I think the first thing I ever talked about him on here was maybe this one, the Death in all pink.
Oh yeah, they're great.
I mean, he is just one of the best artists, and he paints all these. They're just beautiful.
Yeah, he's got this classic like melted. It's like an ice cream or a cupcake, and it's like a skull, and it's green and
right here.
Yeah, those are so good. Yeah, like he had a whole series of like that stuff.
Oh, I love that you got a couple of the originals, Clutch. That's so cool. Yeah, I've
followed him for a long time, and yeah, I've picked up a couple things from him, and he's great.
Yeah,
he's great.
He's just amazing. So make sure you guys follow him. And then this is fucking amazing, dude. Jimbo Salgado on IG. Make sure you're following him. Look at this fucking art for the Spider-Punk art.
Wow, that's good.
Oh my God.
That's killer.
And this is another one of the guys that's just, I mean, look at this stuff. Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. Look at this fucking, I talked about this a while ago.
Oh, that's cool.
Galactus. I mean, this guy is fucking amazing. I love this one with a little bit of pink. Just pops.
Yeah, you love a little bit of pink.
Uh-huh. And then there is this one that's really good.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Lone Wolf and Cub. And then finally, another artist we talked about, Butcher Billy. I love this. This is pure nostalgia for me. Talking Heads, David Byrne. This guy's a great artist. We talked about him not too long ago. Does a bunch of cool shit. I love the Gremlin stuff. I think we talked about this. The Lost Boys Don't Cry. Nice little Cure Lost Boys mashup. He does a bunch of really... Oh, yeah, he did the Bowie. The David Bowie.
Elon is Pez.
Yeah, Elon. Yeah.
Great.
So...
Or just Elon, all right.
I love that, dude. So good. But yeah, the Butcher Billy. Those are some cool IG artists to make sure you guys go check it out. So New York Comic Con is coming up to not this upcoming weekend, but the next weekend, right?
Yeah.
You're you almost all ready, or are you nowhere near ready?
Dear God. Yeah, no, it's I got so much to do in the next couple days. Let me show you. So a part of eBay's got a big, massive, like a marquee auction that runs during New York Comic Con. It ends like they think the week after, and so I've got a bunch of pieces in there, and so I'll show a couple of these. This will be in there. Little Transformers 1.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Funko 98.
That's a monster.
That's gonna be on eBay Live. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's gonna be on eBay, the site. They're gonna have like on the main page, it'll have a big marquee auction. It'll be New York Comic Con. So these are being also on display in the eBay booth at the show. Got a little Wizard one signed by Todd.
Beautiful.
Super cool one.
Is that regular version or is that San Diego?
This is regular. Yeah.
I'd rather have the regular. Too many file copies of the San Diego.
Good point.
Got this freaking Transformers one. Employee edition with a little Starscream remark on there from Daniel Warren Johnson.
That's a monster.
Is that where it came back? Didn't I send that in for you?
I think no, I got this one done at this was done at C2E2 last year.
Fair.
It's a monster.
This one this is a courtesy of Drew.
Oh.
Not to be confused with the
you got the good one. Hey,
the Screw You Big Clutch version.
Screw You Big Clutch. Dude, how long do you guys think it took me to press that one?
I mean, probably forever.
Dude, I was like, if this thing doesn't come out perfect, look, I take care of every book that I see, but he sent me that, and I was like, he was like, hush, hush. You know, yeah, bro, I'm immediately gonna tell him that I'm pressing this book.
That's awesome. And then I have like 20 books in this auction, but like they wanted like a big marquee book, and so we're gonna put this one up there too.
Oh my fucking god!
So
unreal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that one.
I hope they give you no fees.
It's yeah, give me a discount. That one's gonna have a reserve on it just because like I don't want it to go.
I would 10 grand reserve.
Yeah. You know, I put a higher reserve. I was like, I mean, the last sale was like 23, which is crazy.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
But I think there's a couple that have been floating around for like what's that? The one that pops up on IG. I think they have one for like 19 or whatever. So we'll see.
If you want to just come picking out shit that you want, bring that one book, dude. And
I know.
I'll leave for a half hour. Whatever you get in your car, you can have.
I know. It's kind of one of those ones. It's like I don't want to sell it, but you know,
that's
they
such a
wanted to
monster.
Have a big piece, so I put a higher.
You put a number on there that if somebody offered it to you, you would take. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's one of the keys of eBay that you can do. And every once in a while, you'll get a call and somebody will give you $5,000 for a Deebo Samuel rookie. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my
God.
Or $18,000 for New Mutants 98.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. $5,000 for a Deadpool PSA 10, the card from
yes. Yeah.
My buddy sold the first one during the pandemic. And
Unreal.
He's like, somebody just offered me $5,000. I said, you
The
take
X-Force
it.
ones are $1. So.
Yes. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, and then we've got our G.I. Joe, the Dreadnoks Ashcan.
So good.
So,
the cool thing is these are color interiors too, which is awesome. So,
Oh wow.
oh wow.
and then my last two big things about New York Comic Con, which is still going to be freaking rad. So I'm hosting 3 shows for eBay Live. Gonna host the Thursday morning kickoff show, which is just going to be like exclusives from the show and then giveaways and just kind of hyping up the rest of the weekend. I've got a Saturday show, which is going to be an Energon Universe show, but it's going to be with Robert Kirkman, Josh Williamson, Tom Riley, Jorge Corona, and probably Sean Makowitz. So
So good.
and that's going to be a charity and giveaway show as well. And the big show is going to be on Friday. It's a charity show with Jim Lee.
Boom. Yeah.
Just Jim Lee, huh?
It's going to be insane.
Just Jim Lee, huh?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Batman
He's
stuff,
nice.
all sorts of crazy like we're going to have some sketches. We're going to have some remarks. We're going to have some signed stuff. It's going to be awesome. Charity. We're probably still figuring out who it's going to go to, but I think it'll probably most likely go to Bink, which is the charity that he's worked with a ton over the years. So, but yeah, that'll be an awesome one.
Is there a place that they should go to find this, or is it just going to be on the front page of eBay? I mean,
yeah, you can go to my Instagram. I have my link trees and all the stuff, linktree, whatever.com/bigclutch. But I'll have all the links in there. I don't have them there yet, but
it's below too. It's in the description. So make sure you guys go down there too. Yeah, make sure you guys are following. You guys should be following Clutch's Instagram no matter what for doggy updates. But
dog updates.
Yeah.
I've heard her howling like while we've been on stream, so she's definitely like lonely.
Yeah. Go show her some love. Vinny, what do you got going on, man? You still flying around everywhere? What do you got going on? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, just flying around, man.
Yeah. You busy working?
Yeah, busy working, man.
You gonna go to New York?
I don't know. I'm still trying to decide. Not sure yet. Not doing anything for New York this year though. Just gonna.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do something for. Me and Tiller are talking about doing something for Designer Con instead.
When is that?
Oh, nice.
It's in November in Vegas.
Ooh. Yeah, you got to let us know about if you're going to do that. That might be.
It's Vegas this year.
That might be a good place to go hang
they
out.
moved there last year. Right?
Same weekend.
It was in April, right?
It's normally in November. Normally at the beginning of November. This time it's in mid-November, and it's the same weekend as Complex Con. And I think they're in the same building in Vegas.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Well,
are you doing anything for? Are you part of either of them or whatever?
I'm doing something at Designer Con. Yeah.
Designer Con.
Yeah.
That's a score.
All right. Let me know what weekend.
Huh?
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. You should come down. Fuck it.
Yeah, I think that's a cool place. We should try and figure out, see if we can all go meet up there. That's close to all of us. All right. Shout out to everybody that's getting just destroyed by the hurricane right now. Prayers out to you. I know we all know somebody out there. Big shout out. I haven't seen him in the chat tonight, I don't think. And he is one of the big parts of not only this channel, but the whole entire comic book content creator community. Big shout out and prayers to AOA, who is right in the middle of where it's going to touch down. So we're hoping everything is good for you, brother, and everybody else out there. And other than that, we will see you guys Friday night, hopefully for the House of Stein. Come hang out with us there. And then back here on Saturday night for Modern Comic Mayhem. We'll see you guys soon. Maybe a Whatnot sale tomorrow, too. Adios.